pour it in my cup. I want to drink the Casamigos. Bad man, you me like. You know I really want you to stay the night. Casamigos, like a ice. Me want but it's good in your life. Bad man, you me like. You know I really want you to stay the night. Casamigos, like a ice. Me want but it's good in your life.
Bad girl, are you me like? Love it when you want everything tight. I know you want it, got your thing right. We go do one to the sunrise. Bad girl, are you me like? Love it when you want everything tight. I know you want it, got your thing right. We go do one to the sunrise.
Pour it in my cup. Pour it in my cup. Pour it in my cup. I want to drink the Casamigos. Pour it in my cup. Pour it in my cup. Pour it in my cup. I want to drink the Casamigos. 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 Casamigos.
Man.
Yes, indeed. Welcome you guys to another wonderful episode of On the Record podcast. I am DJ Intense, your host with the most. Shout out to the song of the episode, first one, before our introduction, on Sukihana, Afro beat. That song is a wonderful song. It's called Casamigos. Trust me, you'll be hearing on this podcast often. And shout out to my girl, Sweetie, for putting us on. Anyways, to the right of me, I have Emperor Key holding it down for Said He Said. What's up, my guy?
Doing pretty good, chilling, Was chilling.
Hold on, speak up.
Say what was chilling, but I'm not gonna say anything. There's nothing podcast we talk about, but
no. You cool. It's all right.
A lot of letdowns.
No,
but,
no letdowns. Experiences, we call them.
Trials, tribulations, and errors.
Yeah, we'll say this trial inflation did not involve my work anymore.
It's okay.
That's it.
It's all right, bro. It's all right.
No need to know what else.
You don't gotta explain no thing in further detail. We off the camera know what it's about.
Exactly.
When we hit that main stage, you might want to talk about it. Until then, they don't need to know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. And to the left of him, the king of destruction.
To what?
Lord Beerus.
I'm Build out here. I think I'm an exceptional god of destruction. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Yeah, you are this. Yeah.
I trust me. I would have this country running amazing. Man.
I am Walt. What's going on, Walt?
Honestly, it's been a weird weekend, bro.
Clearly.
Man. Bro, literally all I did was sleep, get up and take my leak, sleep, get up and take my leak, sleep, get up and take. Bro, I couldn't care less for nothing, nobody. Yesterday.
Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
I tried to call this man all weekend long. This man was on D&D as if I was an ex-girlfriend of his, or I was bothering him or something. He was completely unbothered about the world. And usually when I reach out to Iron Walt, I can get my man Iron Walt. What's up, bro? You all right, man?
Listen, man, I just have periods where like the world could be on fire. I'm just like, not today.
Do I have to Busta Rhymes you and Flip Star you?
Nah.
Huh?
Nah.
You know what Busta said when I call you, you know what I mean? I was calling for a reason.
Listen. No, you do. And I normally pick up. But I don't know. It was just Saturday. I'm just like,
Saturday? You did it since Thursday.
Did I do it since Thursday?
Yes, you did.
Dang.
Probably did. My apologies.
Don't do it again.
My apologies.
I
can't guarantee you that
I should have direct access.
I can't guarantee you there might not be another Saturday.
I'm just saying.
There are going to be some D&D Saturdays for sure.
Nah.
Throughout the week, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it throughout the week. I'm not going to do it on Sundays. But Saturdays, though, I can't be like that. I can't let... There are going to be some D&D Saturdays. It's not going to be often.
Terrible.
There are going to be some D&D Saturdays.
Hey, well, at least you were sleeping because, I thought you just... This dude's still sleeping? Man. Then weeded himself out to a coma?
Nah, bro. I didn't take no edibles, no weed, no nothing. I
feel you.
I was just sleeping.
I think for you, because you're not normally on the go, how I am.
Yep.
So I understand.
Man, I was just like, you know what, bro? I was the only other thing I did was catch up on a Blacklist.
So you binge watching?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the shows I could safely say I have no problem binge watching because I'm thoroughly invested.
Okay.
I hear you.
All right. Cool. Well, I'm here. What's here? Emperor Keys here.
How about those Celtics?
I was just about to get into that.
You want to play Miami Heat?
I know last time the last episode we were very sports centric. It's NBA playoffs going on right now. We might as well hop on into it. Both Western Conference and Eastern Conference finals are in a chokehold.
It's one side of the fair right now.
That both teams are up 3-0.
Yeah.
And in both series, it can either easily be 2-1 or 3-0 the opposite way.
Game 1 is supposed to start when? June 10th, right?
Something like that. It's a while from now.
Bro. Yo, if they end the series tomorrow night and Tuesday, bro, they're just going to be chilling, bro.
As they should.
They're just going to be chilling and just be like, you know what, guys? Well, there's going to be probably some light practices, some scheming. No,
I think, hold on.
Some film sessions.
Hold on. Let me let you know right now when the first game of the NBA.
June 10th, June 2nd.
Yeah, first day of June. Because if this carries on, if there's a game 7, it's not until next Sunday, next Monday for both series.
What are the odds of that happening?
So basically June 1st. I'll look up right now.
The way they bought the Heat on them was crazy.
The first day of the NBA
Lakers,
finals.
Listen, if I'm Denver, if I'm Miami, we get into these boys in
June 1st. So June 1st to June 18th is when the NBA finals is supposed to be.
Man.
Shoot. So
Tell us to start June 3 again.
So yeah, June 1st, then June 2nd, June 4th, then June 7th, June 9th, then 12th, 15th, 18th. So it's a 3-day in between for the finals, between every game, which is actually pretty good instead of having it every other day. Because usually they do 2-3, 2-3, they break it up, but I guess they're trying to get to it. So that's why it is where it's at right now.
Where wishful thinking happens.
Lakers in 7. Listen, I said the same thing too, bro. So Saturday night, it was the Lakers against the Denver Nuggets. And, you know, Joker is that guy.
He's him.
I've always known that. Even when they had the MVP race this season, I said, Joel Embiid's having a compelling year. Again, you are the scoring champion of the season. But Joker and his team is a number 1 seed for a reason. They've been number 1 all year round.
I think
of the whole league.
I like Joel Embiid. I think he's one of the top players in the world.
Yes. Oh yes.
He's a great center, but I just think
Joker is a different kind of beast.
I think Joker's just miles above him in terms of the way he plays basketball, man.
Shannon Sharp said this the best on Undisputed. Joker is the same animal, but different beast. Well, that was in the bubble when the Lakers went against them in the Western Conference Final in the bubble. Same player, same style, but now that was 3 years ago?
Yeah.
And he's putting it together right now.
Yep. Yeah.
The dude, all-around game is superb. And what I like about Joker is not like a flashy all-around. Like, Joker is the all-around player. He's like a lineman. Nothing flashy, nothing sexy, nothing go wow, but he gets the jobs done. He's going to get you 25 points, 12 rebounds a game, 12 assists. And when you watch him, his physicality, like how he looks like a deli man behind the bar.
Yeah.
Hey, no, Mr. Deli man.
Like a guy you'd see in a butcher shop.
A guy you see in a butcher shop chopping meat.
Yeah.
And you're like, this guy can't play basketball. Until you see him play basketball, it's like, damn.
Just fills up a stat sheet, bro.
He's not gonna lock you down defensively, but he's gonna play like that center field-ish type of defense. Like one-on-one, Jugger would get washed by a lot of people. But in a team concept, he was gonna eat you alive.
Yeah. I think if it is to be Miami versus Denver in the finals, I think Miami's gonna have to play the best defense they've ever played against that team. Bro.
And they have.
Like,
and we know Coach Spo can junk it up like the best everybody can.
Yeah. No. This is a team where you have to.
Sure. But we're gonna get to him already.
Mm-hmm.
Darvin Ham's problem is he trusts his players too much. And I get it because they got you to the dance, and you gotta trust the guys to get you to the dance. But player development is a big thing. I know you got D'Angelo Russell way after around the deadline, so it's not even halfway the season. You would think the deadline. The deadline's what 60% of the season? The trade deadline, roughly?
It's like around an All-Star weekend or something like
All-Star
that, right?
but you compare All-Star weekend to the rest of the other games.
Mm-hmm.
From All-Star weekend beginning, it's like 30 games. And it's an 82-game season. So we'll say that when it comes to the trade deadline, they're around 70%, 65% in the season filled up, roughly.
Yep.
So to try to develop him into a player from February to now, it's take time.
Yeah.
And mind you, D'Lo has had injuries along the way too as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he missed a couple of games. But the Lakers scrapped and clawed the way to where they're at when they got into playing into the championship game. The way they were going, I said to me, Lakers will be in 6 or 7 against the Nuggets. Because defensively, they're really, really good.
Yeah.
Offensively, they're very streaky. But when they're hot, they're hot. When they're off. But defensively, during the playoffs, they will lock you down just enough to where they can get by.
So you need some times.
You're not doing that against this Denver Nuggets, bro. If you're not bringing your A game offensively against these guys gonna get you up out of here. Watching game 3, and they started slow again. D'Lo, I don't know if he's not engaged or if his mental is not he's not the mental to keep up with the game, but he's out of whack, bro. You can't have 3 of your players get 20 points and everybody else score single digits.
No.
Against that team.
No. It's like you need your starting 5 to be on point, and you need at least 2, if not 3, bench players to come play.
And then when you look at the Nuggets stat line, Nuggets, it's a Nuggets. The Nuggets stat lines, it's not like they're blowing you out when you look at the numbers. But when you have 7 or more players in at least 15 points, that adds up to victory.
Oh, yeah.
And if your guys aren't making, and if offensively your guys aren't making buckets, you put yourself into a hole. Game 1, they were down by 20, but they stormed back and could have won that game. Game 2, they were up by 10, but they lost momentum in the second half and they couldn't buy a bucket. Game 3, the 3-ball wasn't flowing, but their 3-ball was going. So now you're playing handicapped against them. It's like, damn.
The Lakers don't have the personnel to be down against the Nuggets and come back.
Well, they do, but you have to execute down the stretch.
What I mean by that is if AD and LeBron James ain't putting up serious numbers on the board as they're trying to come back, it's not happening, bro.
Yes. You're not lying. You're not right. You're not lying with that.
Man.
And the thing about it, people disrespected the Nuggets. Like, I had one guy, the Lakers are going to sweep them. I said, Lakers are not sweeping the Denver Nuggets. You can get that thought out your head.
What?
These Denver Nuggets are number 1 for a reason. They've been playing all year around. They were number 1 all year around. These guys are not for play. Do not disrespect them like that.
LeBron, AD.
I get it. Listen, LeBron and AD can only get so much, and Reeves can get so much. But when it comes time to like LeBron's 38, and now you've seen a 38-year-old man on the court.
This is what Charles Barkley was saying. I was like, listen, man, they ain't out here putting some respect on these Nuggets. I think at this point, I mean, your eyes can't lie to you.
No.
You know, your ego, your bias towards your team might hurt. But you can't lie with what you're seeing right now.
No, you can't.
Man.
And game 3, it was going nip tuck, and then all of a sudden they started pulling away. And then the Lakers will try to come back into it, and then the shock troops, the second unit, we just kept pulling them away. You had KCP out there raining 3 balls as if he's Klay Thompson.
It's just contagious,
Ice
man.
in my veins.
I'm like, well, KCP was never a 3-baller, a 3-point sniper like that. But now when it comes time, when we were in the bubble and during the playoff runs that they were going on, he couldn't buy a basket, bro. And sometimes I think it's, and I really think it is, bro. It's a LeBron pressure. Playing with LeBron James and that expectation, that pressure, it can be a lot for people to take. But when you deviate away from that, when you're not on the squad anymore and you're going against them, pressure's off you now. I can just be free.
And that's the thing. It's not that necessarily people don't want to play with LeBron, the player. It's everything that comes with him. Because the thing is like, it's just, when you're a superstar, you take majority of the credit when you win, and you take the majority of the brunt when you lose. But LeBron is not that in terms of some media guys. Some media guys be like, sometimes he has bad games, but like the fault really goes on his teammates and stuff like that. Not to say it's not warranted when it is, but it's just
people can't handle that.
But it's just like when you playing with him, bro, you gotta know what's coming with that. You gotta be understanding. It's one thing to say it. You gotta understand what comes with that.
And that's when I look at a player like Austin Reeves. That dude got ice water, bro.
He doesn't care, bro. He just
don't care.
Play basketball.
He did play basketball.
Yep.
And that's the kind of guy where I'm like, Lakers, you can't lose that guy.
No.
Malik Monk, when they had him, you couldn't lose him neither. But when Malik Monk left, that left room for Reeves to grow and flourish. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a young guy which keep him in the Lakers jersey for X amount of years. He's going to be successful. But with D'Lo going 1 for 8, not going to cut it. And then defensively, he doesn't know where he's on the court. And people are picking on him and attacking him defensively. And then when you yank him, he gets out of whack. He doesn't know. I'm like, bro, you got to be up. You are an NBA player.
Drug test him.
It's not drug. It's just that you're an NBA player. So I get it. Your deficiencies are going to be there, but you got to work on that. And because your shot's not flowing, it's like you're out of whack. He's like Julius Randle, if you think about it. When offensively he doesn't get going, he drifts. But when he's ready to go offensively, he's locked in.
So fortunate because had the series had it been like 1-1 going to LA, then there's a bit more cushion to, let's just say they probably lose game 3, Denver goes back up 2-1 and stuff like that. There's a bit more room for error. But when you're down 0-2, there's no room for error.
No, exactly.
Because that was one of the games where like AD and LeBron have to be pretty much perfect. Because you can't really, I mean, it's a team game, but when you're the superstars and you look at it this type of deficit, you can't really put so much faith into the others, especially when you're seeing what was going on during the losses. It's the same way I feel about the Celtics.
We're gonna get there.
But in terms of the Lakers, it's just like you're going to LA, so you're going back, you're playing comfortable and stuff like that, and that should be the mindset
that we're going home, and we're gonna protect our home court.
Yeah.
And the way they played that game, it looked like they just forgot about we're at home, and we don't know what to do no more. And I'm looking around like, damn, bro, you have a golden opportunity to take this. This is your biggest test, right? Because to me, sorry for the East Coast, I don't see nobody from the East winning it.
That's what I've been saying to my boy, my guy who's a Heat fan. I remember I had this conversation. I put in our
but
group
if it
chat.
happens, that's gonna be a great time to brag about a single ring.
I said that the only team, because I still had the Heat coming out the East. I said the only team I could see them beating coming out from the West is the Warriors.
Yeah, that
is the only team I could realistically speaking see this version of the Warriors and this Miami Heat team. That's the only team I could see him being out the West. I couldn't see him being the Suns. I couldn't see him being the Nuggets.
Oh, I could see them being the Suns because the Suns have no bench. I said it. I keep saying it to the day I die. They have no bench. So that one I would have seen that.
That's
coming.
fair. I could have been potentially wrong on that one. I couldn't see him beating these Lakers.
Nope.
And stuff
They're
like
too
that,
big,
you know.
and they play scrappy, and they can match the intensity that Miami's going to bring.
That's what I'm saying. And Bam's not going to be able to deal with all that length that AD got.
And then with the
like
Denver
that.
Nuggets, it's like I couldn't see nobody. Only team I could probably see hanging with them was the Celtics. But even that, I'm like, bro, ever since Ime Udoka left, that you fired him, they're not the same team anymore. They're not focused. Because Ime would have nipped all those little things in the butt.
You know what's the worst part about that whole situation? Is like, instead of just making a clean break, I'm sure the players in the back of their head, you know what? They're going to figure this out and he'll be back. That's probably what some of them were thinking. Instead of just nipping it in the bud at the height of the story, you say, no, we're going to suspend him for a year. So you suspend him for a year, pretty much handcuff him. He can't go to another team, and then you ultimately let him go.
And then they let him go, and now he has to go out there and scramble to find work. And he picks, to me, the worst opportunity team out there. Because had he waited, and those other things were opened up, like the 76ers and the Bucks, he would have gladly took on those two positions.
Absolutely.
Not the Houston Rockets.
No. I wouldn't have done that.
No, I would never took the Houston Rockets job. No way.
No.
Because that's a whole rebuild you got to do down there.
But as a star player like Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, I would have had a problem with the way they handled that situation.
That's
because,
what I'm saying.
You know,
as a player, stick up for your coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, no disrespect to Joe Mazzulla, but we want Ime.
Facts.
But I guess with Joe Mazzulla, he doesn't have that intensity that Ime has. Because you saw Ime was the kind of guy, he was no nonsense. That's why I think also they were so easy to let him go, because I think the players didn't like him like they like Joe Mazzulla.
If that was the case, then that part I understand. I just feel like you guys. My thing is like if ultimately you wasn't gonna bring him back, let him go.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. You have this guy that now replaces the guy that you have in the front office. He does an exceptional job. They were one of the best defensive teams, if not the best defensive team last year in the NBA. They get all the way to the finals. They're losing 6 games. And we're thinking like, okay, this team, you know, with the personnel, the players that they got, they could build from this and, you know, most likely be back at it again. Then this whole controversy comes out. And then after that, you make it seem like Ime's the only party involved. He's taking all the bullets and stuff like that. You're not going to keep this, you know,
this mystery
woman. You're going to protect her, a.k.a. Malika Andrews. You're going to protect her. Not going to blame this about women and stuff like that. And look where you are now.
Down the hole. But let's get back to the Lakers.
You know?
The others have to step up for Game 4 and beyond. Because LeBron and AD are going to cancel out Murray and Joker. They're going to match them for, you know, your 2 stars are going to come to play versus their 2 stars that come to play. But now I need the others to come up and play to match their others.
No.
Because if the Lakers others doesn't match the Denver Nuggets others, sweep.
Not happening.
No.
Or gentlemen sweep.
They got this. No. We can chill.
No.
We can chill. I would. We can chill.
All I know is if Game 4 starts the way Game 3 started, you might as well turn the TV off, Kevin.
Oh,
you might as well turn the TV off, bro. I'm telling you that right now.
You're the hype. That's fine. No, you're good. All right. So
yeah.
So what's your result for the Lakers? You think a sweep or a gentleman sweep? I'm thinking a gentleman sweep. My head doesn't see LeBron get swept.
So
but it's a race to 4.
It's a race to 4. My thing is like, y'all my mentality is it's a race to 4. Y'all have done both teams have done all the heavy lifting getting to this point. What's one more game at this point?
Yeah.
Realistically speaking, both series could end in gentleman sweeps.
Yes.
But it's just like, in my mentality, I'm not trying to give him any confidence thinking like, oh, they're gonna win this game, and sort of give him like to turn this thing around. That's how series get weird. The next thing you know,
you're in Game 7.
You're in a Game 7.
Just ask the Boston and Yankees series, because you know, said in the NBA, there has never been a team to come back 0-3.
149 games, 149 wins of teams that have been up 3-0 to 0.
To 0. No team's ever lost a 0-3 series.
Damn.
Now, there's been some in hockey, There's been some in college and in hockey. There've been some in baseball. The most recent in I think hockey was the LA Kings, and also the most recent in baseball was the Yankees and Red Sox. Ooh. When Boston was down 0-3 and came back and won the series 4-3 against the Yankees, Boston. And my friend to this day, Dad hates my guts, but I don't care. I'm a Boston fan, so eat it. So you're looking at two teams right now in the NBA who are down 0-3 trying to make history. Can it happen? Anything's possible because it's just one game at a time.
Are you sure?
Will it happen? Highly unlikely. Because to beat Denver 4 straight times and how well they've been playing all year and how well they've been playing on the court, because they're basically a well-known machine. If you really think about it, Walt, Denver and Miami are almost identical.
In a lot of ways, yeah.
Of how they play the game and how the shooters shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Anything's possible.
That could be a very feisty series only because of the chemistry and the way Miami plays, how they set their offense,
we're gonna
how
get
to
there.
put, and stuff like that. So that could be a very competitive series.
We can get there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down with the ship because I've been proclaiming this since for the beginning that I have Lakers winning the series. I had Lakers in 6. Now I'm pushing for Lakers in 7. If it happens, it happens. That's what it is. My heart says that. My head knows otherwise. Because when you're down 3-0 in basketball, it's hard to win 4 straight. Everything has to be perfect for you to come back to win 4 straight. Teams have tried to come back, and they get to the game 6.
Oh no, Djokovic has got an accident.
It's
oh my God.
It's not only like the physical demands of it. It's mentally taxing.
To be perfect every play. You know how hard it is to be perfect to be every time to be perfect?
Knowing that if you don't win this game, it's over. Your season's done.
Oh no!
1, 2, 3,
somehow
Cancun.
the players got hurt. Oh my God! Oh my
Yeah,
God!
listen, man.
All right, so I have
You could have that layover flight,
Would you care? You just want to troll me, so you don't care, do you?
What? Oh no! Yeah, your Celtics.
No, we're talking about Lakers and Denver.
You got to keep going. I know LeBron.
So, somewhere in America, Western was like, well, they can't blame me for this.
Well, you're out of there, so who cares? You already got out of there. You've been out since the first round.
Man, it's just a valid point, but I'm just saying.
I mean? But so it's what it is.
Yeah.
Now I just watched the Miami game with the fellas here, and we were gonna start the podcast a little early. And I said, you know what, the game's on, Man. And I said, well, I got the Heat's up 26-20. First quarter, cool. Second quarter, okay, the game's still competitive. We took a long break because we were talking amongst ourselves, having a good time. Then Walt shows me the phone. It said 88-58. I said, ain't no way. I said, that might be a typo. I don't think that's real.
Sure.
Then I have YouTube TV. I started watching the game. I'm not going to try to yell. I'm not going to curse because I don't want to wake up anyone in my house. But can people stop? Can you stop shooting those damn effing threes? If the ball's not falling in the hole, stop shooting the threes. You can take some twos and chip away to get back in the game. You don't need a 3-ball. Boston was miserable from 3. Miserable. They couldn't buy a 3-pointer if they wanted to. Oh. You know who was shooting 3s for them? The second unit.
Well, the analytics say you gotta be a 3-point shooting team, bro.
No, you don't have to, and that's a problem. That's a problem because if you don't make it and you miss it, now the other team goes down the court and gets a transition defense 2 or 3, and now you're behind the 8-ball. So instead of chipping it down to at least, we'll say if you're down by 2 and you went to the lead, now you're down by 5 or 4. Then you miss again. Instead of being by 5 or 4, now you're down by at least 8 or 7.
Remember that year?
7 or 6.
Remember that year where James Harden was on the Rockets and they were showing paperwork to why they should have won this series?
Dude. Dude,
the analytics.
that was the worst thing that I ever saw when Houston, I think it was like 0 for 27.
It was terrible.
And they were only down by like 4 points.
They was complaining about not getting foul calls.
I'm like, bro, yeah. And I'm looking at Mike. That's why to me, no disrespect to Mike D'Antoni, I would never hire you for a head coach. Because they didn't need to shoot all those threes. They could have gotten 2s or layups.
Curry.
And because they had the Warriors dead to rights. They had them dead to rights in Game 7. They had them.
I'm a sniper.
And then the Warriors ended up winning 107-101. And I was like, come on, bro.
I'm a shooter.
They went on one possession, one time, 0 for 27, which means during the time when you went down the court, you missed 27 3-points.
See, I'm just saying, maybe if they had Tom Thibodeau as assistant defensive coach, maybe they see that through.
This is against the Rockets. We're not talking about that. That was against the Sun. But, he didn't try to try. No, I know you're trying to do.
Listen, I mean, you still need some defense.
But I was like, bro, this is, Mike D'Antoni's philosophy on defense is, why you guarding him for? Go back on the court, go back and score a basket. That's his answer for defense. Scoring. Keep scoring. Do what about defense? Just keep scoring. You saw how that ended for the Nets. They done broke him up before the season got here.
We're talking about that.
With Steve Nash.
We don't talk about Nets. We don't talk about Nets.
The thing is, if you're the opposition, right, and you're facing a Mike D'Antoni coach team, if you have competent players who could even do the bare minimum defensively, you'll still be in the game. You'll still be in the game.
Yes.
Because the other guys don't want to play defense. Just want to run the scoreboard.
The scoreboard. That's what they want to do.
You just got to slow them down.
Put points up.
You know what you do?
Mike D'Antoni's only good for regular season stats.
You read the scouting report. You find out it was the worst on the free throw line. And you start fouling them. Yo, boy, he gets sick when that free flowing offense gets broken up.
Miami outshot Boston in the third quarter. It was like 30-something to 10. At one point, it took them 5 minutes to make 3 points.
No, I think it's you're right.
Yeah, it took them 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah,
to make 3 points.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Miami on the other end is just jacking them up and just swishing them.
Off the air coming.
And I'm just like, bro, what y'all doing?
Man came in.
And then now they're guarding against the 3 line. Now Miami's taking shots and taking points in the paint. And Al Horford's getting cooked by it. See, Bam Adebayo? See what you did? Joel Embiid, why didn't you do the same thing, bro?
No, man.
Joel Embiid, why did you not do the same thing?
Your boy.
Because that back to the basket shit ain't sexy, bro.
Yeah.
gotta shoot the perimeter shots, bro.
Yeah, come on
out here, bro. I want that Joker bag, bro. I'm sorry. I need it. I need that bag. I need to show my versatility. I'm a big man that can stretch the floor.
I show him vegetable. I'm flexible.
Full of shite.
I'm flexible. That's what you trying to
tell us. Full of shite over here. Don't let him talk to you. He's straight full of shite.
No, man. No, y'all guys do that. You guys got to face the basket and keep the ball low so us little guys can strip you.
Because I saw Kyle picking this dude's pocket, Al Horford's pocket. This dude's getting in the paint. Boston's getting on the court. They get to the 3-ball line. And then Jaylen Brown. I don't know what kind of sneakers. Whatever sneakers you're wearing, get rid of them. Because every time I watch a game, it's like you're skating on ice on the court.
That's his dad's lucky
You're
pair of
the
sneakers.
only one that's slipping, but nobody else is.
It's his dad's lucky pair of
How
sneakers.
many times is Jaylen Brown going to fall on the ground going to the basket?
I wonder if he wears sneakers to bowling.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's a sponsor. Guys, stop talking about it. It's a sponsor.
He's like, whoa.
He just every time I look at the court, every game he drives and then he goes, whoop. I'm like, bro, why you? What's up with you?
Bro, it's a concern. It really is because
nah.
one slip, one wrong move, shifting this way, trying to go that way.
The ball goes that way.
Oh my god!
And then they're taking the ball down, and now it's 5-on-3. They went down the court, and your man's on the ground, and the next man's on the ground. It's like, what happened just now? I just had the ball in his hand.
Not even a turnover. Like he can get hurt.
No, I'm saying.
With some of the chances he taking. It's
yeah,
crazy.
I'm saying. Once his ankle twisted, he learned lesson.
I'm like, dude.
crazy.
Whatever sneakers you're wearing, get rid of them. That's not it.
What's up?
No,
I know it's your sponsor shoes from whoever you're getting it from, and I understand it. They're not it, bro. Because every time I watch the game, you're on the ground.
No.
Make it make sense. Slipping and sliding, bro.
It's crazy.
You don't play video
And
games?
it's not like, they don't scrub the floor, because they do.
Mhm.
When the player goes on the ground, there's someone running the corner, running on the ground and mopping it up.
Wait, you never play a video game with a certain character, and you know you can't be in love with this character. But you're like, screw it. I'll make it work. That's it right now.
And like,
Man, I'd be fixing these games. If I was like a waterbender, it'd be like, puddle right there. Puddle right here. Man, they'd be like, yo, where's the water coming from? Bro, I know something. I keep coming for every single play, man.
Wall taking players sweating, just making puddles every which way on the court. Terrible. But it's just like, bro. And I'm looking at the Miami game, and I'm like, they're just, and Miami's not, we spoke about this, Walt and myself, spoke about this on the IG Live. What did I warn them about? I said, Joe, you got to play fundamental sound basketball for 48 minutes. Yep. Not 40 minutes, not 35, not 42, not 46, 48 solid minutes of basketball. Because if you do not, Coach Spo is going to exploit it, and he's going to get you. Game 1, they had it in the bag. They let that go. Game 2, they really had it in the bag. They were up by like 20. And before I could blink, and Jimmy Butler got cooking, and they let go of the rope. And when they try to grab the rope again, it burned their hands, and it's hard to grab hold of that. Game 3, this got outplayed. In the third, they got outplayed. Because it wasn't like, I think wasn't it halftime they're up by 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you don't need to shoot your 3-point to get back in the game. Just go and chip them.
Bro, this is where the Ime Udoka situation hurts them, because like Miami, as we've seen over the last few years, and we've known this about their culture, they are a gritty team. There's grit, there's grind there. There's not as much panic. There's a culture there. Mm-hmm. Ime was cultivating that and stuff like that. When you look at some of the series like they won last year, especially the Brooklyn Nets, they swept the Nets. They made KD look average. This is Kevin Durant we're talking about.
They swept the Nets. I got who they won the second round.
Yeah, the whole.
Was it against 76 in the second round?
I don't remember. I gotta look that up.
Wait, last year though, they had a full squad last year.
Hold on, let me look it up.
They had a full squad. But the thing is, it wasn't just the offensive talent. It was balanced. It was the defense, it was offense and stuff like that. Even at times when the offense wasn't really working, they still had the defense to rely on and stuff like that. You just looked at a team that was being outworked, outplayed. Joe Mazzulla was out here being outcoached thoroughly. Like, listen, man. We just gotta, man, listen, shout out to Coach Spo and the players right now, man, because there was it was Milwaukee.
It was Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So in the first round they beat the Nets, then went to Milwaukee, beat them, and then they had to go against Heat and beat them. So they beat the Nets, swept them, made KD look average, like he didn't belong on the court.
No,
made Kyrie Irving look like what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Remember Kyrie was stopping on the Celtics floor. And got him all kind of razzle-dazzle.
Yeah.
Went against the Bucks. And game 6 and 7, they grinded that win out against the Bucks. Then went to Miami and handled business.
Mm-hmm.
Pushed the Warriors to game 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the carryover from last year, this year, is they're not the same team.
No.
They don't have that grit, none of that greedy.
Nope.
None of that.
Nope.
They just turned into this finesse shooting, jump shooting. Then we became an offensive team, and nothing on defense was cohesiveness like there was before.
Because you got to work, you got to put in effort.
Yes,
defense requires effort and
energy, work,
communication, and all this stuff, and they ain't doing that.
Dude, on one play, I watched Marcus Smart was directing traffic.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the play when Jimmy Butler went to the paint and kicked it out.
Yes.
And Smart is telling Jaylen Brown, cover that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Jaylen Brown didn't even notice it, bro. Before the pass got kicked out, you got poor man Al Horford running to the top of the key to block the shot. When he pointed out to Jaylen Brown, cover that right there.
No. I'm a person. I can do whatever I want.
No, he just disregarded him. He didn't move. He didn't budge. He
did
didn't
nothing.
react.
Exactly.
He just stood there. And I was like, what y'all doing?
No.
Crazy.
I'm a
So
person.
now-
Mind you, this is your defensive player of the year telling
Last
you
year.
this. You know?
He was the defensive player of the year last year. And it's like, bro, if he's telling you what's going on, he's showing what's going on. He got grit. You know what's crazy? He might not be there next year, Marcus Smart. Whenever his contract is over, he might not be there. Because now he don't fit the culture.
Yeah.
Because Marcus Smart's not an offensive point guard. He's more a defensive guy.
Yeah.
That can come and do some offensive things for you. But it's like, bruh.
They won't play defense.
He's in the paint, scrap with the trees. I'm like, yo, Celtics, what y'all doing? You got to chip away at this lead, bro. I get it. They're up on you by at least 20 points. But if you can chop it down and chip away to 10, by the time you get to the fourth, you got a chance. But you're not going to shoot a bunch of threes when the three ball's not going and try to shoot yourself back in the game. It does not like that no more. Nobody's like the Warriors. And now he's in the Warriors. They're not the same no more.
Because every 3-point shot they took
and missed.
It was unnecessary. It was poor use of the clock on 24 clock.
Yeah.
24-second clock. Nobody was securing or even taking maybe an offensive rebound, which initiated freaking Heat's fast break that led to all this ball movement that either led to a three, a Jimmy bucket mid-range, or an and one play. It's just like, yo, y'all just bailing them out defensively, taking these 3-point shots.
Yes.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. Because so Ben, he said Ben cut the ball. Like, oh, there she goes. Back down the court. Bam,
Like, if I know all you're going to do is chuck threes, and I'm saying to myself, yo, they've been missing a lot of these lately. If we just position ourselves, we can secure the rebound, get these easy points and stuff like that. They keep shooting this three, they're going to be out this game.
But you know what's bad? Watch them airball it.
Dude, airborne threes.
See,
they had some threes that wasn't even on center. It was going further left, further right, short, long. I'm like, this is just awful.
It was looking sorry, bro.
because
What are
like,
y'all doing?
because you know when you shoot three, you might get something. You might get a little think or a little. No, it was like, I'm like, wait, hold up.
What y'all doing?
Whoa, hold up. Nah.
And then before you blink, they're down by 30 points.
Yep.
In the third quarter. Playing Dido's white flag.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. That's what they want to play.
Keep it up.
What? The
You
one we
do it
saw?
again, you'll be out of there.
No.
Y'all gonna be game 4 is gonna be goodbye, good night.
Like, they was doing nothing productive. Like my thing is like with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, you see what's going on. Try to get to the paint, get some fouls, slow it down a bit. Just kept popping this three. Jaylen Brown turning the ball over. I'm just saying, this is the last game you're trying to turn the ball over in, bro.
And I'm just sitting back like, this is pathetic.
It's just Celtics.
Man,
There's no other way to say it.
Oh, bro, that went out too.
I had to say it. My thing was just like, listen, man, you was like, yeah, you want to keep watching. I'm like, bro, it's not a game, bro. It's a clinic. Yeah, it's a game. It's a clinic. Yeah. Man. Listen, man, at the end of the day, they're games and they're clinics. But we've been seeing with both conferences, we've been seeing clinics being ran through.
Well,
yeah.
With the Nuggets, it's a well-oiled machine. Lakers have the formula, they got to execute.
With the exception of game 1 by the Lakers and Nuggets, we've been seeing clinics.
Game 1 and game 2.
Yeah.
There wasn't a clinic for game 2 because they had, like I said, if you compare all 3 games for the Western Conference Finals, Lakers have the formula, but they're not executing on the offensive end. If you can't execute on the offensive end, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Be it there.
And not to mention for game 3, on both teams that lost game 3, the 3-ball wasn't falling. How are you going against a team where they're making threes, but you're not? How can you come back from that?
Oh.
I think the Lakers lost that game. What was 10 or like 6? Because they stormed back, had it within 3, and then the numbers just kept it at 6 for the rest of the game.
I think it was like either 10 or 6 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
but they lost by if you look at the games, the single digits they lost by. So the formula is there, but you have to execute. With this Boston-Miami series, it's like Coach Joe Malaluza is getting out-coached.
Mm-hmm. These players are not responding.
And they're not responding to what he's telling them to do.
Nope.
And it's like, bro, you got to hunker down defensively and stop with the threes. If you see the leads coming, I don't need you to jack up an ill-advised 3, especially if there's no one on the boards. And team's going to go small, spread the floor out, play 5 on the perimeter, jack up the shot, but not get the rebound.
Mm-hmm.
Shooter. Yeah, trust.
This isn't a pickup game.
Trust.
It's NBA basketball right here. And I blame Mike D'Antoni and the Warriors for just saying you can play a pickup basketball and shoot these long shots and think nothing's gonna happen. It's not like that, bro.
Listen, man, and this goes back to one of the quotes I saw from great Kobe Bryant. It's like people make you. There are always people tell that you have time. You don't have time.
No.
You don't have time. In basketball, there's a sense of urgency. Like you could be 21, 22, 20. This is why I don't use youth as an excuse. If there is a window to capitalize on, possibly win a championship, you got to make the most of that, play as well as you can, and like where you can look at yourself, win or lose, be like, yo, I did the best that I could. Because if you get to that point, you thinking to yourself like, I could have done more and I didn't do more, and then let's just say like 10, 12 more years down the road, you never get back to a final, that's gonna haunt you, man.
Oh yeah,
that's going to haunt you.
For a minute.
And I'm not saying like, the Celtics don't want to win and Tatum and Jaylen Brown don't want to win, but it's not looking like it, bro. It's not looking like that, man.
Because Jaylen Brown was jacked. Because I have YouTube TV, ladies and gentlemen, and they give you the live stats as the game is going. And I'm watching the stat line. I'm like, yo, Boston's getting mollywopped on the points. Now, mind you, here's the funny thing. They were leading in rebounding. Yeah. Usually in basketball, if you lead in rebounding, you win the game. No boards, no rings. So but you're not getting the offensive boards, and they're just, oh my God, man. Look. Both rookie head coaches are gonna have to figure out the hard way. Darvin Ham, your guys have to execute. Joe Maluzzo, you have to coach something different. Not working. Ham got the formula, but his players aren't executing. Nope. Joe Maluzzo, you're just being outcoached.
Yeah.
And Spo's running circles around you. Because you're the better team. If you took the talent of the roster from both teams, 99.9% of the time, people are picking the Boston Celtics roster because it's a better roster than a lot of the other teams in the East.
I agree.
But the coaching, worlds and miles apart.
Night and day.
We're going to break. This is mixed by Chameleon. It's called Calling Your Name. Shout out to him for providing the background beats for this podcast episode. We'll be right back with more on the Record Podcast. We got some stories to give you guys, some news stories from I Want Myself. And then we have one Wise Guy segment that I think you all would thoroughly enjoy. We'll be right back with more on the Record Podcast.
Get up! Get up! Mixed by Chameleon.
Hear me calling your name, calling your name, calling your name, calling your name. Hear me calling your name, calling your name, calling your name, calling your name. Hear me calling your name, calling your
Yes, indeed. We're back with more. All right. Iron Walt, do you have your story ready for me?
Yep.
This wise guy's gonna be pretty entertaining. That's all I gotta say.
Man.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Remember, paraphrase.
Got you. All right. So my story is about an ancient Roman bust that was purchased for $35 at a Texas Goodwill that is headed back to Germany. First I'd like to say that hold up. The definition of the particular bust that I'm talking about is a bust is a sculpted or cast representation of the upper part of the human figure. So it could be like a face, or it could be like the shoulders with the face. And as you know, it was very popular around like, you know, those times, you know.
So it's a sculpting.
It's sculpting pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So as far as this goes, so it was this sculpture of this man that was I guess discovered during World War II. To the shelves of a Texas Goodwill. It's a 2,000-year-old Roman bust.
What?
Yep. So the woman who bought it for $35, her name is Laura Young. In 2018, she was in our Austin area Goodwill, and she was unaware of the history. And she was just looking for something, according to her, that was interesting, and she decided to buy it. The bust was lent out from Munich's Glyptophysic to the San Antonio Museum of Art for the past year. Next month, they'll be returned to Germany. They was trying to figure out like how it got to that, how this historical, like, you know, artifact found its way into Texas in that particular circumstance. And as I'm reading this article, it said that it is believed that around the 1950s, a U.S. soldier stole the bust and brought it to the U.S., which is how it eventually ended up at the thrift store in the hands of Laura Young, which is the woman who bought it.
So basically, you tell me that a U.S. soldier had it in his house, probably had an estate sale. Someone then bought it. They probably passed it on and donated it to the thrift store.
But my thing is just like...
Because that's how thrift stores get their stuff. It's donated.
What do you think about this, though?
I think the thinking was very limited because, like, one is, if you're looking to make money and stuff like that, ideally, yes, this would be something that would make millions and millions and millions of dollars. But eventually, this would not go your way because, like, this is like part of, like, history and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So you could be arrested for these type of things. It's, you know.
I hear you saying you have to like a way of like, okay, so if I found this in a thrift store and said this looks real, like too real, and you say you report to the police and they found it's real, like a real thing, you're not wrong, you get arrested. But I think logically, at the police officer, they still can...
Well, not the person who bought it.
Yeah.
Person who stole it.
Yeah. But I think for the person who stole it, it could be one of those things like, hey man, you like that right there? Yeah, man, that looks good. What is that? Hey man, want to hear a funny story?
No, but you're not wrong, but like...
So it's one of those things where it's like, maybe the person who stole it it's a collectibles. He likes collectibles.
But you got to think
I don't know.
Like, how do you tell as a soldier at that time of year?
Oh, dude, there's a lot of people that still alive.
Listen, unless you're in some business with some shady characters, bro.
Yes.
And you plan on selling this stuff on the black market, you're making no money, bro.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
They are going to be the definition of collector's items, bro.
But he could be one of those guys that, you know, hey, I like it. I want it. You know, it's mine.
That's like me being like, this Mona Lisa thing, and I think Mona Lisa's overrated. It's like, it's pretty nice, you know. Let me just, you know.
Well, I like posters. I'm gonna get. We have Jonathan Majors poster from the last Marvel film, Ant-Man and the Wasp. What kind of person has that big poster like that?
That's huge.
So people like collectors, man. They like collectors' items. It's one of those things.
That's true, but I'm just saying, like, things that like are usually belong in museums. And and listen, I'm not denying the hypocrisy because we all know there's a lot of artifacts from Africa that are stolen
and
that are in
displayed in
museums
that are back to where they're supposed to be.
You know, the queen that just recently passed, she had a big old diamond that came from I don't know what part of Africa that they have zero intention of returning and stuff like that. So I'm not saying there's not a level of hypocrisy and stuff like that. I'm just saying, like, you know, sure, unless you got that royalty privilege and stuff like that, this ain't it, bro.
Was buying and really take is just mine.
Man, this is not it. So for the past year, this part I'm going to read. The 52-pound marble bust has been seen by thousands of guests.
52 pounds that thing weighs?
52 pound
Jeez.
marble bust.
All right, now you got those real. You really got those real now. It's 52 pounds? That's heavy.
By thousands of guests at the San Antonio Museum of Art, including the Archduke Karl Christian of Austria and the San Antonio mayor, Ron Nuremberg. May 21st will be the artifact's last day at the museum when it will then be shipped back to Germany.
Well, that was today.
Yep. It's wild. San Antonio Museum of Art says the bus will join two other Roman sculptures from the museum and will travel back to Germany to be together again for the first time in years. Man, it's saying a representative from the Glyptotech will oversee the packing process of the artifacts and personally shepherd them back to their home. There ain't gonna be no incidents.
You know that's gonna be on a private flight.
Oh, absolutely.
That's not flight commercial.
There's gonna be some, professional gunmen on there too.
There's gonna be professional people holding that with, because Lord knows if that sculpture, how many greasy hands was holding on that thing.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
and it's 52 pounds.
52
so not
pounds.
a regular person's gonna pick it up and just like, you need some size to pick it up. Not no mom and pop was to pick it up. You got it. That's why when the person said stole it,
bro, I could tell you right now, if I'm in that time, I am not stealing no thing for 52 pounds to bring home and stuff like that. Especially if I'm like, especially if real things is happening, that's the last thing I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say something light and valuable.
Because 52 pounds as a sculpture is really big.
So I'm saying.
I don't know if you guys ever hold a 50-pound weight. Imagine put it in a bag.
Bro, not doing it.
And can it around. And God forbid if the plane rocks a certain way and you break it.
Oh, you done.
Bro, I'd rather steal some rare diamonds, a diamond off a crown.
Or some gold.
Or something like that. Something that I know I could carry and keep my pace. Because if you're out here running from enemy fire and stuff like that, you ain't really trying to carry 52 pounds.
That's your bodybuilder, yeah.
You know?
It's funny you said that they stole it from in the 50s.
It's crazy.
So that means the soldier, that was carried on a cargo plane. That wasn't flown commercially.
Oh, you're right.
So he had the ultimate port clearance.
So somebody really doing that was going on here.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
We could take a Star War. Or not technically Star War.
No, not a war, but I'm saying though.
Listen, there was some more, and there was some shipments being moved here and there. There's some things being moved around.
We saw American Gangster.
There's some things. Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. You know
what I mean? And we watched Snowfall.
Thanks. Yeah.
There was some packages hidden on board those planes.
Listen, Pablo Escobar was a made man until they started hating.
Yeah.
Until they started hating, man. People like, how much he making it? Oh, no. We gotta. You gotta run that.
They said that he had so much money, he didn't know what to do with it. He would store money in rooms. That much money he had to store money in rooms, and some of the rats would get to it. That's some. Can you imagine to store money in rooms?
That makes sense though.
He didn't say the money hit it, right? It's just day people said it hit.
Yeah, he has hidden money.
You don't know where it is. How do you hide his money? First of all, and second of all,
it's probably money that's probably buried right now.
Yeah,
that they don't know.
I'm gonna lie to you. I'm gonna start digging. That's how we'll start doing.
If the hippos don't get to you.
It's true. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, yeah, he did.
Or it might be on the campus, buried in concrete.
That's the cash. Escobar got the Colombians messed up with these hippos, bro.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
bro.
And how they have the euthanasia hippos because they just.
Everywhere.
And they capture some of the hippos. They're gonna transport them overseas again.
I read an article about it. No, if they don't nip that in the bud, 30 years from now, boy.
40 years from, they'll trample over the rainforest.
Man.
Yeah.
They done mess the ecosystem up. They done ruin everything over there.
Facts. I'll say that's the one thing Escobar did not really think through. To be honest with you,
Maybe he
I
had a
think
plan.
he started off with 2 or 4 hippos, right?
mm-hmm.
I think 1 male and 3 females, something like that, and then just trickle down from there.
Too much of a,
Man. All right,
Wow.
got my story, and then we'll do another commercial, and then we'll get to the wise guy. My bad. Mixtape website Spinrilla is shutting down permanently. After 10 years, Spinrilla, the music discovery and mixtape discovery website for both independent and signed artists, is ceasing its operations immediately. A federal judge in Georgia ruled that its founder, Jeffrey Copeland, must take down the website and pay a $50 million fine to the record labels of Sony, Warner Brother Music Group, Atlantic, and Rockefeller for copyright infringement.
Damn.
The ruling brings a close to the 6-year lawsuit filed by the RIAA, which is the Recording Institute American Association, that stated that Spinrilla was hosting copyrighted material from artists. They reportedly continued to leave material up for streaming even after being alerted from infringement violations. Approximately 4,100 tracks were on the site to stream. Spinrilla was also available online on iOS devices, i.e. iPhones, iPads, iPods, and Android devices for users to stream free mixtapes. SoundCloud offered the same type of concept before Spinrilla, but was tailored for urban music only. Overall, it accrued a user base of over 20 million listeners globally. Included in the lawsuit, Copeland cannot operate Spinrilla or any like-minded website platform or other similar projects anywhere in the world. Now, here's the reason why Spinrilla was shut down and ceased to exist, and why they, the RIAA came after them. Because Spinrilla made money by selling premium ads and premium subscription-based services to its customers. So what I mean by that was that they basically were becoming like another version of Spotify and Apple Music without having the licensing to stream the music on the app.
Gotcha.
So when you don't have licensing to stream something and you're making profit off of it, people want to get compensated back for it.
Oh, that's true. That makes sense.
And if you don't do that, here they come knocking at your door.
I agree.
Right? Live Mixtapes is another website. It's still functioning. Wow, which I didn't know that Piff went belly up and partnered with the archive.org to put classic mixtapes there still stream and download. Because I was like, Dat Piff? Because I know I went on Dat Piff a couple months ago to get a mixtape from somebody who I know was out there that put a project out. And I didn't see it there. And I was like, what the hell's going on? Come to find out that when you go to datpiff.com, it's into the website called the archive.org. And I believe the archive.org works with the government. So a lot of classic mixtapes that you might want to go back and listen to, i.e. Frank Ocean's mixtape is on there. Nostalgia Ultra Orange. I mean, what's it called? Nostalgia Ultra. A lot of the Lil Wayne mixtapes, the Drought, the Carter series is on there too. Some classic Junior mixtapes, J. Cole, Friday Night Lights. A lot of popular mixtapes that we encountered coming up so far. Gon's up there too.
Word?
That we heard when we were younger is there. And I'm like, man, to see Spinrilla go belly up, bro, was like, man, my youth, man.
Wait, question.
It's over. What's up?
Not to make not to give my age. Is LiveWire still a thing? Because I know people say LiveWire used to be the
Live what?
LiveWire.
LimeWire, BearShare, I believe they're still around, but if you think about LimeWire and BearShare, they were just the originators of torrents. So if they morphed from that into torrents, so now that's still around too. So you can still torrent stuff now. Okay, just that you don't need to use LimeWire to download the torrents. There's plenty of other torrent downloading apps you can use.
Yeah, cause I remember that people tell me all the time, ID10s or other people I know, like, oh man, Livewire, yeah, that's where steal stuff, you know. Down up, you down up, wait for the music to play, download for a whole night, and that's it, man.
You guys don't understand the levels that we had when there was LimeWire and stuff like that around BearShare, Kazaa, and how you had to wait for hours to get a song.
Yeah, you guys will never understand.
You would never understand it. You guys can just push play
Facts.
and be good to go.
Yeah.
Now we could have, if you had the tape or you heard it on the radio and recorded it, that was cool too. But nothing here like hearing from your computer and click play whenever you want. And then remember Windows Media Player?
Yeah. Oh my God.
That was the original version of iTunes.
Man.
And Windows Media Player was actually better than iTunes.
Man.
But Windows Media iTunes will let you work in sync with the iPod. Windows Media Player didn't let you. Windows Media Player was it the Zoom?
Windows Media Player.
It was the Zoom, right? The Zoom MP3 player. Because remember they had it on in Galaxy of the Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a Zoom player.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Let me look it up because I think that was there. Because remember he bought him instead of having a cassette tape, he gave him that.
Oh yeah, when it broke, yeah.
I'll look it up. Galaxy of Guardians, Microsoft. Music player. Yeah, it was a Zune. That's what he gave him. He gave him the Zune player. Now, people forget that Zune was actually better than the iPod. It's just that it wasn't polarized like the iPod was. And Microsoft didn't have like a music store that Apple had where you can download your music and just put it right on your hardware like that.
I believe it.
I mean, but kind of sad that PIF went up. You know, I feel like nowadays, bro, and Walt can agree with me on this. I feel gone are the days of the music blog websites. Everything's streaming now.
Yeah.
So now instead of you getting your music from your music blog site, you're getting it from social media.
That's true. TikTok.
Because now that's how we did it.
Yep. No, you're absolutely right.
It was on Smash, hotnewhiphop.com.
Yep.
Dat PIF.
There was also other blogs.
R&B exclusive. There's a whole bunch of blog sites.
This
is R&B.
This R&B. There are times I'd use Pitchfork. I'd use Stereo Gum.
Yep. That had all that.
Mm-hmm.
That was your way into finding either your favorite artist or new artists for material. To me, the artist who I loved when it came to the internet blogs was Chris Brown. Because Chris Brown had so many unreleased records that was there. And every week you had an unreleased Chris Brown song. And I don't know if either he linked it or his Kemp leaked it or the engineer leaked it. It was always refreshing to hear Chris Brown work on something.
Well, at the rate that he's been putting music out the last few years, I wouldn't be surprised if he started doing that then.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. And my thing is like every now and then, you know, when I feel like I'm not really getting where I go to a phase where I feel like I'm not getting like new music, where I'm not finding something that I think is fresh to my ears and stuff like that, I probably type in like newest R&B or rising R&B artists. This could be artists that are making their waves this year, or artists that were making their waves last year to probably make more waves this year and stuff like that. You look at the top rising artists according to so-and-so blog, because sometimes, you missed out on so many good artists and stuff like that, because sometimes we usually pay into the usual suspects. I try to avoid them because I know that when it's time for them to come out, I'll know. Like when J. Cole's going to be outside, I'll know.
Yep.
When Summer Walker would just put our EP outside, I'll know, and stuff like that. But for the artists that are not that established yet, I tend to look for them, to be honest with you. So the blog era was nice. I'd say for me, its peak for me was probably like 2010-ish to maybe 2015-ish or 2014-ish.
I'll say 2010 to 08 to about 2016, 2017.
That's fair.
So that's when the blog sites was really holding it down for you. Mm-hmm. And then after that, streaming services came in there and just said, whoop.
So how you feel about Spotify? SoundCloud?
SoundCloud
is there. I love
it's
it.
there. It's not gonna go anywhere because to be honest, there's some people that still use SoundCloud to listen to a new up and coming artist.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I gotta
Like a
go
lot of
back on
the
that.
drill artists, they're getting their breakthrough SoundCloud.
I still have my SoundCloud still on my phone.
You know what I'm saying?
A whole bunch on there too.
Not,
'cause,
not
like-
only that,
And even the new ones, they're getting their breakthrough SoundCloud. So SoundCloud, if you think about it, SoundCloud is almost like the radio in
Yeah.
terms of like if you get your buzz and SoundCloud popping, you'll be all right.
got you. But there's also this bit of a stigma of being labeled a SoundCloud rapper, or SoundCloud artist, and stuff like that. My thing is like, don't ever let people try to, be like, oh, you just one of those SoundCloud rappers. It's like, no, I use SoundCloud to get my music out, and
That's my medium.
That's my medium, and I'm serious about it and stuff like that. And be like, check it out, check out a song or two and stuff like that. It's always good to be productive and get your art out and stuff like that, because you just honestly, one, you never know who's listening, and two, and stuff like that, these things are still useful, especially for media personalities with big platforms. Some of them could mention an album that nobody really checking for them because so and so mentioned it, and because they because they have a bit of a regard as a tastemaker, this person checks it out, then passes it to this person. All of a sudden, you're like, oh wow, this thing is getting some traction. Yeah, that's gonna take time because it's artist development thing, but it's worth it. Another thing I wanted to mention is, I remember at the height of the blogging era, I kept on coming across in various blogs, even blogs that I can't even remember. I remember that Section 80 project.
Also,
bro.
Nah Right.
Yes.
It was another hip hop blog site.
Earmilk.com, that's another one.
Yeah.
Like
Kendrick.
Section
You kept
80,
seeing
bro.
Kendrick.
Yep.
You kept seeing Wiz Khalifa.
No, people weren't convinced, bro. After
You
the
kept
Section
seeing
80,
Nipsey Hussle. You kept seeing Party Next Door.
Currency.
Your Currency was there because Currency fan base, even Tech Nine.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. Tech Nine, I think he's still charting on the biggest earners of hip hop. Barely has any platinum selling albums. Barely cracks, those albums of to be Billboard. He didn't have one Billboard song, but he's one of the top 20 rap earners because his core fan base, and he's independent.
And his business is right. It's just like,
So it's all pure profit for him.
that's another thing too. Like, I'm not saying like, artists shouldn't try to maximize and be as big as they want to be, and have their art reach as many people as they want. But there's gonna be a few where it's gonna be like that for them, and it's just a matter: would you rather have a successful long touring career with your business, right, or would you rather be one of the biggest artists in the world and possibly broke?
Talk about it, King.
Because those are the
Those are your
crossroads.
two options.
Those really are the crossroads at some point. And me, I've always said I would rather be a long, successful touring act who has great bodies of work that I could tour and my business is right and stuff like that.
Amen.
Because a lot of people don't. A lot of artists just want to make music. But my thing is, you can't afford to do that in the sense where you just make music and don't want to know what your business is going. I'm not gonna say that you're gonna master in all these facets of business, but if you're not trying to learn and be in these meetings, and if you have a person that's saying like, "Yo, bro, you should come to these meetings and understand what's really going on, how you make money." Like if you got someone out in your corner, you ain't trying to focus on that. That's a problem, man.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Well, you want one hit wonders. What's out? A bunch of one hit
Listen,
wonders.
if you
there's always be one hit wonders out there.
if you own every
But if
aspect
you
of that
own it,
record, you're good.
You're good. Sir Mix-a-Lot. He
Yeah.
earns Baby Got Back.
Yep, still eating off of that
Still
record.
eating off that record. And that song came in the 80s.
See Whoopty,
Who?
See Whoopty,
C Whoop-T?
Whoopty.
CJ?
Yeah, CJ Whoopty.
He took time off because he wanted to focus on being a family
Lil
man.
Tecca, Lil Tecca.
Lil Tecca's part of United Masters. I think he's so independent. He just dropped another song recently too. But there's a lot of rappers. Yeah, it's cool to own your masters, but also you have to make sure your business affairs are in order. Also, you have to make sure you live within your means, so you don't go broke and you don't have any issues. Because I'm sure Sir Mix-a-Lot lives a regular lifestyle, but his wealth is such so beyond what he is that he's okay. Know what I mean?
Bro.
Most of these rappers or these artists nowadays do not live within their means, and have to sell their catalog, have to do this, have to do that.
Lamborghini,
It sucks.
big house.
You can do the Lamborghini, just lease it.
Big house.
No,
All hoes.
No. We
Club
don't-
all night.
No.
By the big
Shout out to Earthquake. He said the realest thing ever. He said that your talent alone will attract the women you want. So you don't got to go out there find them. Your talent alone is going to get them.
Yo, this clip by Barry White, this guy was saying all this stuff that these artists need to hear now back then, bro.
Him,
Everything.
Prince, a lot of these guys. Matter of fact, we're going to,
I just sent you it.
we're going to put that clip of Barry White talking to artists
Man.
before the next on the episode. This is my man Fvrthr. Shout out to Fvrthr. This song's called Empty. Before we hear Empty, we're gonna hear Barry White talk first. Then we get to the song of the episode, and then we're gonna get to the Wise Guys. We'll be right back with one more segment for On the Record podcast.
It's wild.
Woo.
The record business is a very lucrative business. It's the only business where a man can go to sleep tonight poor and wake up tomorrow a rich man. What is going to happen to the new artists coming in? They're going to have to come in with a different philosophy. They can't just come into this business as a singer. They got to come in with the intentions of becoming a great singer, becoming a great songwriter, becoming their own record producer, learning what the management business is, learning what engineering is. If it's possible, they can become a musician. Fine. We are dealing with your life. A lot of people play with this record business, man. They use this glamour as a beautiful little bubble to flash in front of the outer world. But that bubble is very dangerous. You should come in very serious, knowing that this is my livelihood. What about business administration? What about publishing? What about accounting? What about management? There is many, many lucrative entities in this industry.
Special, ride or die. You and I, baby, we keep our eye. It doesn't even matter how these haters try. You and I, baby, we keep our eye until it's empty, empty. I ride for you, baby, would you ride for me? Until it's empty, empty. I need you, girl, the way you need me. Session, flexing. Girl, the things you do in live action. What you asking? It's a passion. You a free girl and I love them nasty. You think I'm blind, girl, I know you're tight. You come alive in the moonlight. Could this be wrong when it feels so right? I kiss your scars, wear my heart outside. But I'm ready to put in the work. A lot of these haters be lurking. Baby, I put in you first. Baby, you know you deserve it. A lot of these niggas get hurt. They mad, I'm making them nervous. Trying to get money like this every day, y'all, I'm making them nervous. Special, ride or die. You and I, baby, we keep our eye. It doesn't even matter how these haters try. You and I, baby, we keep our eye until it's empty, empty. I ride for you, baby, would you ride for me? Until it's empty, empty. I need you, girl, the way you need me.
You don't have to say what you did. I already heard. I dipped in your curve. When it come to dripping, catch a wave and surf. Baby, when I beat it up, you make it squirt. Oh my gosh, hit 'em with the sauce. Them sisters making you the queen and I'm the boss. Girl, when I'm with you, give me lot a lot. Rolling with a real one, baby, take your shot. But I'm ready to put it to work. A lot of these really hurting. Baby, I'm putting you first. Thinking I know you deserve it. A lot of digging to be hating, knowing I'm making them nervous. Trying to get money like this every day, knowing I'm making them nervous.
Special, ride or die. You and I, baby, we keep our eye. It doesn't even matter how these haters try. You and I, baby, we keep our eye until it's empty, empty. I ride for you, baby, would you ride for me? Until it's empty, empty. I need you, girl, the way you need me. Special, ride or die. You and I, baby, we keep our eye. It doesn't even matter how these haters try. You and I, baby, we keep our eye until it's empty, empty. I ride for you, baby, would you ride for me? until it's empty, empty. I
Yes,
need
indeed,
you,
yes,
girl, the
indeed.
way you
We're here
need
again
me.
for segment number 3 of On the Record podcast. Before we start our Wise Guy segment, I want to say rest in peace to a Instagram influencer and social media influencer, Hot Boy Chucky. If you guys don't know Hot Boy Chucky's story, he was a social media influencer. He was a barber too as well. Recently he committed suicide. He had his IG stories explain about his life and trials and tribulations. And I just wanted to say rest in peace to him and condolences to his family. And just to say to people that it's okay. I mean, please, if you're ever feeling down, feeling sad, life is hard, go get help. Go get therapy. That's why they're there. Therapists are out there for a reason. They have the Logic song, the 1-800 hotline. What's the 1-800-227?
Yeah, with Alessia Carr and Khalid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what song you're talking about.
Logic. Suicide.
Then they just, if you can't just call somebody about it, like
There's a number you can call, the 1-800 suicide hotline.
Yeah, if the number.
It's 1-800-273-8255. And that number exists. It is there 24/7, 7 days a week. In case you're feeling doubtful or feeling, there are therapists on deck to help you, whatever issues you're going on, especially with the struggles of life. And also to black men. It's hard out there. As a black man, we have the stigma to be very stoic, to be very, to have everything right. And sometimes not everything is right. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So it's okay to cry. There's a book by Jason Williams called Cry Like a Man. He's the guy on social media who has a martial arts dojo and teaches boys about tapping into their emotions, while at the same time being the warrior. And the problem that especially black men have nowadays is that they lack emotional awareness.
Yeah.
On multiple issues, whether that may be about friends, enemies, significant others, families, for them going through a lot of their traumas they had in life, for them having traumas and not being able to, learn and grow from it.
Yeah, or not having that outlet or someone to talk to that accepts them with no judgment and being like, yo, it's okay to cry, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be happy. It's okay to be yourself, and and express yourself how you see fit in a healthy way. Because like you said before, there's a lot of men out here, who are emotionally disturbed, very based on their environments, their upbringing,
very.
And it's having a tremendous effect on like how they deal with people in society. Like, I've talked about this before in the past. Like, there are dudes who have been products of their environment that are grown men, but have that mentality of a neglected 15-year-old or 16-year-old, and they probably see so and so like woman around the way. Just getting something light to bring back to their kid and whatnot. And he shoots her shot at the woman. He gets rejected. His other friends is laughing at him. He can't deal with it.
And then he goes off the hinges.
And kills the woman.
Might mace the woman, do kind of craziness to the women.
Terrible things.
And it's, it just all boils back to what he said, that's perspective. It's hard to be a black person in America.
It is.
It is.
It's harder to be a black woman in America.
Very.
But it's very hard to be a black man in America.
Yep.
I remember I watched 85 South, the show.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Carlos Miller was saying like being black in America is like playing Madden on Madden all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially being like a black man from a foreign country can I make it in America? 10 times harder.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But you make it do. You do what you got to do. And, it's sad watching this guy, Chucky, go through the issues he went through. And, because the backstory on Chucky, he's a barber, like I spoke about earlier. He was going through troubles accepting some things in his life, i.e., he was saying that he was tired of just getting up and going to work and just working home. And, he had his heart broken from his lady. That was one thing that he said, I forever love my baby moms, but I would never let that go, but she doesn't love me back. And I get it. It's her choice. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's a tough spot to be in.
But I think to me, the one thing that caught my eye is when he was writing about one of his homeboys, his friends, that had passed away, and actually passed away in front of him, and how he was explaining the backstory of his friend dying, and how he watched the courts do their thing. And he said that, there's only a few people in my life I wanted to be dead. You know what I'm saying? And he listed the people off that did him dirty. But he was explaining about the one guy he really wanted dead because that guy had stuck up the guy, and he was around them. And he said, I saw the gunshot into the ceiling. I saw the smoke, thought nothing of it. And then when he went to go look around, his man's on the ground. His man's had died right next to him. And he kind of had survivor's remorse. He said that bullet wasn't meant for him. That should have been meant for me. And blah, 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 blah. Even though he wasn't the guy that's being stuck up. And because of, he went to the court, and the man that did the shooting that killed this man had gotten life but didn't get death. That made him more depressed because he said, I wanted that guy to die. But because it didn't happen and life wasn't going the way he wanted to go, he just fell into this dark place. And people, it's okay to speak about it, to talk about it. Mm-hmm. It's okay to go get help because that's what they're there for. Therapists are there to help you. You know what I'm saying? Go get it. That's why you have insurance. Because, when you commit suicide, that's troubles you bring upon your family, the police to get involved, all kind of stuff. And, nobody wants that. Life is worth living.
It is, but I think, and I think and from based on what you're saying, especially if if at one point dude was in the streets,
yeah,
and now he's doing something a bit more legitimate.
Yeah, because he was in the streets too,
a lot safer.
Yeah,
a lot of these street dudes have PTSD. So
mm-hmm.
so the foresight to one get out of that life, and then the next foresight to try to get therapy for a lot of them is like. Even bringing that word up to them will probably rub them the wrong way, which shouldn't, because my thing is just like when you were living a life where it was constant, looking over your shoulder, paranoia, and it's all this stuff, and now you're living in a life where your lifespan just went up because you decided to be safe, probably move somewhere else, and stay and be like for the most part law-abiding citizen. It's just that, that therapy is important to get. Especially if you come from a situation where your man's died right next to you and stuff like that. Yeah, some therapy will help.
Yeah.
Reminded me of, not to make a joke out of this, but it's a very funny thing. Tense might know. Remember Steven Universe?
The show, yes.
Remember the season, the future part. If any fans out there or listeners know about Steven Universe, the future, the whole season, the whole him growing up season, was about him finally indulging into his traumas. It was so bad in one part, quite literally, his bones had broken and healed himself to the point that it's basically fractured, but still healed.
It's what?
Like if you look at a skeleton, you can see cracks everywhere, right? But somehow he's physically able to move perfectly fine.
The doctor?
Yes.
I didn't know that was part of the episode.
That was an episode where in the future, the whole thing about him learning trauma because he started discovering that as a kid, he went through so much but never talked about it to anybody that when he finally things started to go out of the way, he finally became the monster because the fact that he been holding in so much trauma and not really sit down and talk about it. Like you remember the episode where when his friends died and he basically watched her get destroyed and brought her to life, thinking she was dead already. Remember Garnet? Remember when I remember the episode. Remember when Jack first came to Earth?
Oh, when she split him up?
Yeah, we thought Garnet was dead for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, certain moments like that, we see certain periods of the characters get murked off. He's seen it, and he thought of that was gone, but he discovered that they come back to life.
But they were a fusion.
Yeah, but but the fact that you think of that so many times, and you saw all your friends legit had to go through that and had to keep thinking, oh, they'll be fine, and that meant to be fine for him. That's why the whole season with him talking about mental health, it's a real serious thing. Like the creator is serious about mental health. Like, and no, I'm being real honest here. The show is legit based on mental health, sexuality, and certain things that you feel you should be more comfortable with, because the whole season with him becoming the monster in the show because he had holding so much trauma. So I guess
especially when he broke Jasper.
Yes. So when certain thing like that, when you have so much trauma that you feel like you've been broken and put back yourself together, you can't permanently do it forever, because eventually, as he quite later is, you became the monster. You become the monster you dreaded to become. So anybody that says, "Oh, I don't feel like talking," talk about it. Honestly, because you will explode, and that explosion does not. You don't want that explode on anybody you love.
Nope. Because you could explode on the wrong person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that right person will not back.
And because you have all those traumas, all those triggers on top of you. So when you really finally do explode on somebody, it wasn't your rage is not directed at them. It's just you were carrying it for such a long time. So when you do finally snap, you let it all out. And you can really hurt somebody by doing that.
Yes. So and another thing too, if you another myth with the health, just to get it quickly out there, is as a teenager, that's another thing too. High school and college.
Well, not college. I would say more
high school,
middle school, elementary school, middle school, high school. Just
the whole school,
K through 12.
Yes, because college you can do whatever you want. Well, not really.
But college is more people will help you out more because they're more mature.
Yeah,
that's true.
And
that's
K
true.
through 12 is all immaturity in trying to learn to be an adult.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, take it back. You're right. Because honestly, even for me growing up, I was a fat kid. So me, being the fat kid was the target. But eventually I grew out of that state of so what, I'm the fat kid. But some people do not know how to go out of a state of so I'm the fat kid. They go into the type of anger and feud that just comes basically raging ball, or they want to commit suicide at a young age. Because if you look at the suicide rate, it's between black men, black women, transgenders, and young kids, because young kids have gone through enough bullying to put themselves through suicide.
Yeah.
So, like I said, at the end of the day, if you feel like you're not feeling yourself, call the hotline.
1-800-273-8255. That song's actually made by Logic, but that's actually a real suicide hotline number. Also, your insurances do cover therapists as well. So you can call your insurance. If you have Medicare, Medicaid, it's covered. If you have your parents' insurance, it's covered. And you can go in confidential with the therapist, because there's certain things you can't tell your parents, because that your parents' relationship might not be the way it's supposed to be. But if you go speak to a therapist and get it out, it's okay. Even the school's therapy sessions, school therapist is there for you too as well.
Yep.
That's true. So like I said, if younger, please
speak about it.
Speak about it. You're young. You got chances.
There's teachers. There's your counselors. There's your principal. There's your dean. There may be a coach on the squad. There may be a music teacher. But talk to somebody about your issues going on, because it's sad when you read about these kids and the mental issues and they commit suicide, or worse yet, you have these kids who become adults and they go on school shooting sprees and kind of that nature.
I've avoided that one.
They cannot have their trauma, and bro, it's rough out there. So again, if you're ever going through some type of trauma, 1-800-273-8255, and speak to somebody about it,
please.
All right, enough of the heavy-ish. let's get to the wise guy, shall we?
Yep.
Let's go.
Get this through your head.
Wise guy.
You only exist out here because of me. That's the only reason. Without me, you personally, every wise guy still around, I'll take a piece of your
Wise guy.
Indeed. It is time for the wise guy segment. You know how we give this up here. I am Walt. You had something for me for the wise guys today, right?
Yes.
Because he said this thing has been brewing inside him for a while, and it was about time to let it out. He has a scenario story / question, right? And I have a scenario story / question today for the wise guy segment. There's more of a. There's actually a story that came out, so I want you guys, opinion about the story. Go ahead, Walt.
Okay, so it's something that I spotted on, earlier. Shout out to Spiritual World. Hopefully, you could do something.
That's the one you're gonna do, not the other one you're thinking about. You said you had one that you had before for a while. But if you want to do that one, go ahead.
No, this was the one. But as I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about other things that's like, that sort of put this into more context for me.
Okay, go do your thing.
So shout out to Spiritual World. They have different trendy topics and stuff like that, and things, relatable things. And so their post that they put, a few days ago was when she walk in the club and hug security.
Why who's that? Who is that? Huh? Huh? Who? How you know him? Huh? How you know him?
In my head, in my ego, I'm thinking there's only two ways to justify this thing. Either that's a close family member, or that's a platonic friend that you've known for a very long time. And when I say long time, I don't mean for 5 years. I'm talking about you've known this person since the sandbox. Y'all went to elementary, y'all went to middle school, y'all went to high school type stuff like that.
So what if she frequents that specific club often and they became friends?
Nah.
You're getting too much excuses over there.
So what's your question to us? So what you want to keep it as an open discussion for this one?
So before I go into my perspective and how I'm contextualizing all this information that I'm processing, that I was thinking about as we were discussing all this stuff, how would you feel you pulling up to some club, that you think is fire?
So,
she
question.
recommends it.
Is it a club that you've never been to as a guy?
It's a club you've never been to, but your girl's been trying to get you out to go to this club and stuff like that. She says this is the spot. The music is good, the vibe is good, the drinks is whatever and stuff like that, right?
Hookah's busting, food's busting.
Yeah, all that stuff is, checks all the boxes, and she wants to bring you
sassy.
out. How would you feel as you point up to the club, right? Security's checking you. There's appearance fee or whatever that you gotta. There's a fee you gotta pay to get or whatever.
Yep.
And she's all giddy up to just hug the security guard. Hi, so and so. Oh man, we haven't talked in a while. How are you? Just hugging up, all giddy to see this guy and stuff like that. Well, how would you feel? What would be your first reaction? Would you bring it up?
Okay. Emperor, can you go first?
All right. So, you might think, why I'm asking this part, because it should probably, some people would say that doesn't matter. But we gotta be honest here. Can we take a quick imagination? How did she hug him? Because this might sound weird, but it's steps to how girls hug guys. And I'm not lying. Because there's hug, grab and twist, and hop on hug. And then whoa, wait, hold up.
There's the hug where they stick their butt out. They ain't really trying to hug you, but they just sort of doing it.
Yeah.
And then there's the hug where they're it's a real long embrace.
Is it the hug?
That's the last hug I want to see.
It's the hug, so it depends on the hug she gave.
Yes, because
for me it does it. My thing is how did it get to this? How did they even get to the I'm going to hug this man type basis?
That's true.
And he's a security guard.
You're right.
How did it get to that?
Okay.
You're right.
All right. So Emperor Key, I miss a lot with his.
Well, be honest here because think
So
about it.
okay, so let's say it's just a simple hey hug and then go away.
Then I can deal with that because you know why? You're right. There got to be some connection. It's not something must have also went wrong between them. But you know
Let's
what?
say she fingers the club often with her friends.
Then I might with this side because you know why? Because you can't lie. Some girls like to be outside.
Yeah.
And you gotta watch them. But sometimes
you just want to go outside and have fun.
You're not gonna have fun. So you might want to slide. But if it goes to the hug, above those two.
Is it the hug and you do one of these? Hey girl, what's going on, baby?
Then I'm like, all right, yeah, because it's like, all right, what do you really know between him? Because like, all right,
we're friends.
We're friends. Yeah, because then that's another two. How did you answer? We are friends. Because that's another two.
We're friends.
The tone of their voice.
So is it
either way?
So is it the we're just friends? Stop it.
If it's in her
Or is
nature,
it one of those, we're friends. Stop it.
If it's in her nature where she just sees people and it's her personality to embrace,
then that's fine.
Then I'm not gonna make too much of it.
Exactly.
But like if you ain't never really seen your girl, you out about, she ain't really.
She's a mean spirited person.
Not even mean spirited, but she ain't too.
She's not too friendly.
Yeah.
No. She ain't really. She's not even that. It's not even mean spirited, but you know, she's approachable. She's not mean and stuff like that. She doesn't give bad vibe, but she ain't too pressed to hug people.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you go out and she hugging and it's like, wait, hold on a second. We've been going out for a while now. You ain't never been this good to hug up on people. What's
it's
this
a pattern.
storyline?
It's a pattern.
Yes.
Now you just gotta see something out of the ordinary that you just haven't seen before. Like if this was a person where like every time you get around people, she's like, "Oh hey, how are you?" and you just hugging, you don't make nothing out of it.
Yeah.
But if for the most part she's just a cool chick, and you know,
She get the handshakes.
It's probably handshakes, or she acknowledge you and stuff like that, but she ain't all like giddy to hug you up and stuff like that, then okay. But the one time you see it, some alarms are gonna come arise and stuff like that. But this also goes back to my next point and stuff like that. You know how girls be like, well, a lot of these girls be like, I don't want a man that's too friendly and stuff like that.
Stop.
You know?
Stop.
Say that for next week.
Stop.
Say that for next week.
No, but it goes back to my point.
I know, but say that for next week because that's gonna be part 2 for this one.
You know?
Say that for next week.
I'm just saying, man, like you know, I don't want no mean spirited girl and stuff like that. Like no girl like that just F up the vibe anytime she comes around and stuff like that.
So for Emperor Key, for you, it's how the hug is done.
The hug and how she says we are friends. Because those simple things can mean something. And I'm talking about. They ain't like, oh, what are you talking about?
What you put at me for?
Because people like attends going out. And I'm putting Ben out there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But there's certain people that hug him. And I'm like, What were you doing outside? All right? But he's doing things funny, but it's like.
My whole thing is, how did you guys get to this first hug basis?
Exactly. That's not
He's
true.
a security guard at a club. Why are you guys hugging? Where is the context in that hug?
She goes out often.
F out of here, Kev. Why are you guys on a hug basis?
She goes out often.
He has a job, and your job is to go into the club and have a good time and have drinks.
So let's say
why is there a hug?
Because security guards. Okay, so hear me out. Security guards do rotate posts. So sometimes at the door, sometimes they're in the club, sometimes they're by different sections, and they rotate often. So maybe he caught her. She comes often,
sir,
and because he sees her face often, is what it is.
But if she came to him first, that's
you
what
could see me often. It could be platonic conversation. Once we get to a hug and stuff like that, it's just,
she been there forever.
Settle down now.
What did he just say just now before that? The vibes is right in this establishment. The female has been there forever.
Okay.
Well, what do you think, Walt? What's your point?
Yes.
Walt?
Listen, man.
Please say something.
Listen, I can't definitively be like, because I'm more and more I think about it. I can't just, unless it's in her nature and who she is. The one time you see your girl giddying up, super giddy to go hug the security guard and stuff like that, questions would come arising. Why the hell is she so giddy to hug up this nigga? Yes, it'd be one of those things.
Damn, I gotta put that point out.
It'd be. Wait, hold on a second, bro. You know what that's like, bro. That's like me bringing the new thing to my ex's job where she works and she's a hostess.
Oh no! Wait, hold up. I'm sorry.
And that's me assuming they probably were together, but I don't know because I'm not trying to, you know.
That's another funny thing. You said that,
but I'm not trying to assume either. So my thing is just like, should I just leave it alone?
Just leave it alone, bro.
Should I bring it up and stuff like that?
Don't bring it up. Leave it alone.
No,
man.
You can't leave that alone.
See, when you leave certain things alone, and you know the writing was on the wall.
You'll see the writing. Trust me.
And stuff like that.
In your lap.
No. Because you know why?
You won't be blindsided, bro.
Because she could think she's smart, and then when it's right there that's smart, I'm not saying certain people can't get smart.
Now you're bringing up old wounds.
All right? No. Hear me out. Because I think it's smart, right? And they can think it's slick.
Yes.
And then guess what?
What?
They're gonna mess it up.
And
they're gonna get caught.
Okay.
And then guess what? They're gonna blame it on you.
Blame it on me for what?
How come this? I caught you cheating. Why am I getting yelled at for?
Man.
No, sir.
I feel like he was there at that situation.
No, sir.
I don't need to be there to understand. I can tell. I don't need that.
All right. So
then you go into the club, be like, she hugging up on the DJ. Why she hugging up on the DJ, Kev?
She been there often, bro.
Why? How come she knows you? How come?
Okay, all right. Since you guys trying to blow up my spot, I am a DJ, okay?
Yeah.
That's why I'm DJ Intense. And I've seen patrons come there often. That I got to know over the years.
Mm-hmm.
So like when she comes to she see the security guard, she the security guard, because they've been there often. So it's a give and take. She been hugging up on the DJ because she know who he is, she is. When you come to the spot often, and everybody's friendly with each other, is what it is. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
She knows the DJ. I don't have to mess around with somebody to to hug the DJ. I know who the DJ is. I know the security guards are. They protect my back. They make sure I get home safe. I'm good.
It's a flag on the plate, bro.
I say
it's no flag.
It's not flag. I don't give a true red flag.
Look, it's not for me. I don't look as a flag because I'm in the limelight, so I've seen it all.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen security guards hug up on different staff and people who come through the door because they come there often.
Personnel,
patrons, they come in there often. So I'm the same way too. I get the hey, how you doing? What's going on? See you later. I do. Hey, here's the way I do my hugs. I do the side joint. You know, when you hug up somebody, like, what's going on, guy? How you doing, baby? You gotta do the side joint.
Yeah.
Now, when you do you can do the front one too.
Yeah.
But you gotta do the side first. When you get more front one over there, that's it. That's the front. That's it.
You see how you did that? The side hug.
You do the side hug. You do the front hug. It depends. I'm a very loving person.
Yeah, I want all the people here, but the way she hugs him describes something.
Nothing going on, man.
Because if
I see Shorty running to dude with the front hug like this for like a minute, I'm asking some questions.
Yeah, really?
I'm asking some
questions.
I'm
not insecure.
I might have a lot of questions asked about me.
Shit, I'm
not
asking questions, bro.
But
I might have a lot because people walk up to me like, "Oh my god, I haven't seen you in a long time." They give me the big, I get one of those, oh my God. And they squeeze, man. What's up, baby? Nice to see you again. Everything's good? How's your mom and daddy? Everybody all right? Kids are good? Okay, you gonna have a good time? Who'd you bring with you this time? What's up, my boy? How you doing?
See, look. Y'all all the questions keep going? The questions start the right
because I know who's who. If I'm friends with that person or they're acquainted with that person because they come to my establishment often and I got to know who they are, is what it is.
Listen, as long as it's always been platonic, we could just move on from here.
Yeah.
This guy, man.
Yeah.
We're not insecure. I'm not insecure. That is the problem. There's levels to everything.
Don't bring me to no club that you like going to and your bodyguard's the ex, okay? And you just hugging all willy-nilly and I'm out here in the dark looking crazy.
Yeah,
you're not looking crazy, bro.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't mess it up. Nah,
you're not messing it up. You just having a good time, man.
Good time.
I'll walk man to the person.
See you later. It's like 3 in the morning. There ain't no later we gonna see you. Yo, ain't no lady. She can see no lady. She got work the next morning.
Yeah, I'm saying there's some people that come to the spots, get the little food on, get the little drink on. I get it, but you don't gotta make it like oh my God, this.
See, I'm more. You don't get what we're saying here. The levels.
I do get what you're saying.
The
Listen,
levels, and how it's done.
I've seen all levels. Okay, so I understand what you're talking about because I'm the DJ. I get it.
You know what? You know why? Because he's the one giving the hugs.
No, I'm not getting no hugs. No way, my boy. They're hugging up on me.
Man.
You've been outside with me before.
Listen, man. I know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like that, bro.
Listen, man.
So if you Emperor Key, you've been outside.
I'm
know.
with you. But see, yeah, but we know you. That's the problem. We know you. But then if we don't know you, and I'm on your
Listen, ladies.
Yeah.
Keep that same energy. Don't get too huggy with the security guard.
It's not that bad.
You know why?
You could say hi, and
see that. But you see that when you do that though, because like I said, if you see,
you could say it in a respectful manner. You ain't got to be dismissive.
Hear me out. I see that. Because again, if you come to these clubs often, you get to know security, get to know staff, but also you want to act all stush on me. Because you with your man.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Be brand new for me.
No,
yes.
don't change it up.
Yes.
No, don't do that.
Yes. Be brand new.
Now you're giving a false narrative. You can't be all huggy, and then when your man shows up, now you want to act. No, act the same way. Because now people will look at you like, what's up with you?
See.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you're living a double standard.
Listen.
It's either you keep those flags green for me, or those red flags for you. You got to pick one. You got to pick one out here.
We need some scale. They give me some scale vibes, you know? Red flag on the other side, a green flag on the other side of the scale.
Nah, I'd rather look. Just be if you are a naturally friendly person, just keep being that. If you're still friendly with the DJ, whatever, and the security, be like that. If for your significant other, and be like that. Don't change the script. Don't do that. Because now I'm looking at you crazy.
Yeah. See, if you're friendly, but it's like I said, levels to every little thing.
I don't know, bro. I don't.
I go by levels. He said, now she does it. I say about levels. There's levels to everything.
So what's low for you that be like,
See, like I said,
you said the hug and twist. So it's like hug and do one of these.
Yeah, like, no. I mean, there's like there's two. Like, I definitely look like, come on now, come on. We're not gonna pretend like we're gonna see.
Is the hug and
the close hug body to body
and then,
for a minute and then the spin? No.
This right here?
Nah, man, that's a no. Bro.
Or like the hug and like full on leap on. Whoa! Hey!
If she's running and she jumps on the dude with the hug. Oh, she's going home by herself, bro.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why you jumping on man's for?
She ain't seen him in a long time.
So what?
So what?
There's a lot of girls I haven't seen in a long time. You think I'm here rushing to jump on them and hug them?
They're not rugged.
Nah.
You're not jumping on them.
And Ted see me outside. He see me want to go because she give me a nice hug. And that's not, I'm not grabbing them, spin around. No.
We grab a spin around like, what's up, girl?
Yeah, I get what happened.
Nah, I don't do that.
Everybody on the side, he just see the people I know.
I have a friend of mine I haven't seen in a long time, and she's in Atlanta right now. My little homie. So she came at home and then ran up. I said, "What's up, sis? What's going on?"
I gotta tell you something, Kev. That'd be a long car ride home, man. That'd be a long car ride home, bro. Look at that, bro. Babe, why you so quiet? Nothing.
No, well, you know.
Meanwhile, it's so quiet you could hear your thoughts from next week, bro. Yeah.
You know, remember the episode of Jordan Peele or Key and Peele? Remember the one with the presidents?
The presidential daps?
Yeah. Yeah. You see him from, and then you got the
white guy.
Yeah. And then the one hungry. You put the head on down. Yeah, exactly.
Bring it in, sister. Bring it in.
Oh man.
I don't look at too much at the hugs.
Man.
See, because that doesn't bother me. But like what he does say is the patterns. Because sometimes you may see your significant other do something like,
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
You kind of brand new right now.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Yo.
Go ahead. Go listen. Go ahead.
Man.
I'm just saying, I don't take too much of that.
Mm-hmm.
I never did.
So it's not insecurity.
Man.
Like I said, not that it's not insecurity. It's the fact that something's not add up here.
Nah, I don't. Whatever. I don't care.
Because, like I said, when you start hopping or a little start twisting going around, I'm like, all right.
Twisting.
Little swirly world with her, the air. Talk about belong to the CU.
I ain't seen her in a long time. We're friends. Anyways.
You see on IG, bro.
Nah.
Relax,
I haven't seen you in person.
Oh, man.
I've seen you on IG. I've done the FaceTime. I haven't seen you in front of my face.
It's because she's been exclusive, bro.
Not been exclusive. You've been away.
Yeah. Away. In a relationship. That's why.
Well, no. I'm not. No.
I'm saying.
I'm all sharing. That's how.
I get, hey, man, whatever you two say. I'm in the limelight. I've seen it all. So, whatever. Okay, moving forward. So, my Wise Guy segment actually follows like this. It's going to be a short story. I wonder what you guys think about this story right here. So, this involves Tiger Woods in this NDA case. If you guys don't know what NDA means, it's called a non-disclosure agreement.
Whatever happens in this room, you can't talk about or I'll sue you.
Exactly. So, a Florida judge blocked an attempt by the ex-girlfriend of Woods to nullify an NDA that would require her to arbitrate complaints she filed against the golfer. A Florida judge named Elizabeth Madiger ruled against Erica Herman, claiming her claims that the NDA is invalid and unenforceable. Herman's lawyers are challenging the NDA because of allegations of sexual harassment against Woods while dating her. Now, Herman claims that Woods had a sexual relationship with her while she worked for him and forced her to sign the NDA or she'll be fired from her job. Now, the new federal laws allows people to invalidate the arbitration agreement, which states it can be voided if sexual misconduct is involved. The judge said Herman had the opportunity to prove proof of sexual assault or harassment, but didn't. Thus, the case was thrown out. So basically what happened is that she's trying to throw away her case, Woods' NDA against her. Now, if you guys don't know who this woman is, she's the woman that Tiger Woods told that we're going to go on vacation because she didn't want to leave the house. And when they left, he tricked her. And when she came back, the doors were locked. And all was outside. Now, mind you, she's his girlfriend. She's not his wife.
No, she was a guest.
She's not his mother.
She was a guest.
She's his girlfriend.
She always said welcome.
She did. And now she's trying to null and void the NDA because, like I said, in federal laws, if you sign an NDA and sexual misconduct was involved during you signing the NDA, like you couldn't prove that a relationship was actually there, it can be voided. So Vince McMahon, you look out. One more slippery slope, bro. And you sign an NDA, it don't count.
Damn.
All right? So my thoughts is, how do you guys feel about this woman trying to sue her way back into the lifestyle for Tiger Woods?
Seems like she's a little paid over there.
Because for me, thank God that judge threw that joint out, man. I'll put a curse, but I didn't want to. Thank God the judge threw it out, because had the judge ruled in her favor, you're opening Pandora's box. For these chicks to think they can go outside and because they're comfortable in the lifestyle that the person provided them, even though they're not married, they have no children.
Nope.
There's no contract between the two besides an NDA. Mm-hmm. And because I don't want to upkeep your standard of living, you feel entitled towards it. And to me, that's BS.
Get the hell out of here.
Sorry, bro. I want half.
You don't get half.
No.
Well, we'll see.
Well, we'll see. All right, so you know what you do, right? So you see that little mailbox right there, right? I want you to open it and tell me what's in there. Nothing, right? So that's what you're getting. Nothing.
How do you feel? Did you just say that? I get nothing.
Listen. See, the more information I get about this, the less sad I feel about this. To be honest with you, because
You know what I'm saying? You know,
because at the end of the day, unfortunately, these men of high profile and stature and these women, their attentions, got to move a certain way and stuff like that. So, if she can't prove that this was a case of, sexual misconduct and stuff like that, then we have to believe that she's out trying to live Tiger Woods' lifestyle that she got comfortable with. And my thing about that is this is what I always go back to saying. None of you women will ever be taken seriously by me trying to justify taking half my stuff for a lifestyle that you didn't help me build. So just not gonna happen. Like if I'm with you and like the goal is for us to be forever and stuff like that, and that's the quote unquote mutual agreement, then yeah, as long as you with me, you have access to my resources. But the day you want to up and leave and stuff like that, no.
This is what I was saying, right?
Yo, nah.
Because here's the thing. She said that he promised her the housing and stuff like that.
Is it in writing?
I'm like, it's not in writing, right?
So it's hearsay. He could have very well said that and changed his mind, but if you don't have it in writing, a recording, it's hearsay.
So
even recording, I wouldn't, because we're in love.
Well,
but this is the thing that had me kind of like effed up. Have you seen this chick?
Probably.
Go look in this phone. Look in your phone on Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend. He looks. Take your time. Don't worry. Take your time.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna wait until Walt sees what Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend was soon looks like. Both of you go take a peek. Mm-hmm. The one that's suing him. Her name is what's her name was again?
Erica Herman.
Yes. Go see how she looks. There it is.
Oh no, not on my time.
Look at her.
Not on my time. Oh no, you ain't getting half a nut.
Look at her.
You ain't getting half a nut.
Emperor Key, look at her. Look at her.
Yeah. This.
Look at her.
This may sound shallow, but she's not in his wife's league.
That's what I'm saying.
She's not in his wife's league, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Shorty. Do you know that Tiger Woods had slept over 120 women during his marriage?
You're just another stat.
Yo. That's during his marriage.
During his marriage, at the height of his career.
We're not talking about, before he got here or after his career fell apart. During his marriage. And you mean to tell me, out of all the women he slept with, you're the one he promised a lifestyle to?
So you know you do is right?
Stop.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
Out of all he slept with porn stars. He was smashing out some chicks that you would only dream of.
And his ex-wife looks like this.
And his ex-wife looks like that. Look at her. And he promised you the world?
Lies.
So,
get out of here.
So you know what you do, right? More and more every day, I'm seeing why that famous soccer player put so much money under his mother's name. I'm sorry, people think
and he did it. And you know what the funny thing is? He did it by accident.
Yeah.
He didn't do it because he was trying to be malicious toward his lady. He did that because his mother helped him get where he is.
So there's a video going viral about this woman teaching women tips to not get caught up in the Hakimi situation.
No.
I think it's perfect that she did that because she just pretty much disqualifies herself from being marriage material.
That's it.
How about you, man? I thought it was great that she did that.
Any chick that wants to be a part of that lifestyle, leave.
Yeah.
Leave.
Gotta leave.
How can you be the girlfriend?
Yeah.
You're not the main one.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't ask for your hand in marriage.
Yep.
It's just your turn, Mom.
Bro, and
you want to keep this going?
And this is what I rave. This is why I give John Cena so much credit. Because he got married. It didn't work out. Shoot, I think his ex-wife was trying to, do certain things like this, trying to, get whatever money that he was making and stuff like that. So with his next relationships, if you're gonna be there for some time, he makes you sign all this paperwork. You are a guest in his home. That common law crap don't work, bro. It don't work. and stuff like that. Because he's like, yo, I'm not only taking care of myself, I got other family members I'm taking care of. You can't just up in one day and be like, yo, I won't have. As far as I'm concerned. No, but that's how you have to treat it, because like they're gonna treat it as such and stuff like that and try to guilt you. Oh well, if it's about be smart, bro. Be smart. Like TK Kirkland said, there's a crop of girls graduating every year, bro.
There's a new set of girls graduating in May.
Facts.
And we're not talking about high schoolers.
As long as you got that mentality, she'll know. You better.
Okay. We're not talking about some girls under 12th grade.
Yep.
There's a new set of girls graduating in May every year.
Shoot, as long as you know.
We're talking about the prime of the primes.
As long as she knows that you're not afraid to lose her, she'll be in formation, bro.
Of course.
She'll stay in formation. Man.
Don't give her that power, fellas.
Don't
give her that power.
Don't do that,
Don't
man.
do that.
Listen, man.
Respect her. Don't give her that power.
Listen. This only applies to the women who wasn't there from the beginning and who wasn't there from the beginning and just looking to
your things in the milk.
Freeze it. Like I said, this only applies to women who are just there for the fruits when they're ripe.
Yeah.
It doesn't apply to the women who are there to plant the seeds with that man and help him grow.
Prime
empire,
example.
Jeff
Bezos' ex-wife. She was there from the jump.
She could justify asking for half.
And he gave her half willingly. Because she was a lawyer. He was starting at Amazon.com. And she was there from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The Rock's ex-wife. She was there.
She was there from the beginning too.
Hogan's ex-wife. She was there too.
Yeah.
So when these women say they want, or they don't want, they just, they earned it because of where they were. As so you should.
Yeah.
But if you're some new chick, i.e. Dr. Dre's attorney wife, always put that man in the hospital.
If I was Dr. Dre before
that, I deserve his musical. What? My musical catalog?
Now you gotta get the heck out of here.
The door.
Shoot.
Shorty, the door's right there. You know that social media skit?
I'd be like, no.
You need to leave.
No, I'd be like, you deserve to be independent and leave on your terms and be all you can be without my resources.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
Don't do that.
Like Paul McCartney was Paul before you got here. We're not doing that. And he still had to come up $100 million.
For what? Because your ego got bruised?
Because they're going to do that argument. Well, I uprooted and moved. We had kids together and stuff like that.
Now, when you have children, it's a different kind of story. It's a different kind of story because, now the days that women are weaponizing children, that's why, fellas, you got to be careful who you lay with.
Bro, I'm not going to say and do what I can in terms of making sure the mother of my child is good. But let's be very clear, bro. My thing is if dude is out here making the money, paying all the bills, and he says to be a father, you can't just have the excuse, I've just been here being a mom. Because I still got to make time to be a father to my kid. Because we see what happens when you don't make time to be a parent to your kid.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So
kids grow up rogue.
That's not enough to be excused. If you came in here and you was educated, you had a high paying job, and all of a sudden you stopped that and stuff like that. No, you stopped living your life too. Yes, we could both still be parents and be active parents, and kids could still be, watched by their grandparents. We could have a nanny who we trust, and we set up, a monthly plan, insurance, and all this other stuff. But don't give me that I was just home being. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that, bro. I ain't trying to hear that. I'm not dismissing, the stay-at-home moms and stuff like that. But we're not gonna act like these women aren't capable of not doing anything else.
True.
That's all I'm saying.
True. Because these,
No.
I've been watching on social media, Safari's ex-wife, and they've been going at it. And she's like, I think the judge ruled she only get like $5,000 a month.
Yeah, it's like $4,000, $5,000 a month for infants.
For the infants, and she's like, "Are you serious? What I want to?"
I mean, did she think Safari was Drake? No disrespect, but she thinks Safari was Drake.
I don't know, bro.
Did she think she warranted like what that $50K a month that she was asking for infants?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You're hot stuff. She's hot stuff. Remember that.
Okay. If we're taking it on its literal face, there is no way this woman could justify $50K a month to raise a baby. What are you buying? Clothes?
She buys herself a new car.
High end diapers? What, Gucci diapers, bro?
Yes. Can I have her kid looking trippy?
She got
for Instagram. For the gram.
Cashmere onesies? Like, what are we talking about?
For the gram.
I guess so. Reusable diapers. The ones we have the diapers made of cloth.
No, not cloth.
Silk diapers.
Yes.
I can't.
Soft baby bottoms.
I can't call it, bro. I just know when I heard that she started having
a stroller made by Tesla. I'm trying to figure it out.
I was like, you getting 5 bands a month for your kids. That's well enough to cover all the expenses what they need. And the problem, like I said, that some of these females, they weaponize it. They're not, when it comes to these children, you're hearing about, oh, I need this. I'm like, no, shorty, you don't need that much to raise a kid. Some people are like, oh, I want $20,000 a month. Now, if your kids are in a lifestyle that, that the father can maintain, I can understand that. But, it's one of those things, like, bro, it's a game of cat and mouse when it comes to these children, man.
It's disgusting. It's nasty.
It's nasty behavior.
A lot of you women are not investing in these kids. You're just having them to like,
maintain your lifestyle.
Maintain your lifestyle.
And that's what it all boils down to, ladies and gentlemen. What Tiger Woods' girlfriend wanted to do was to maintain her lifestyle. And it all goes back to one of the greats in comedy, Mr. Chris Rock. The one joke he says,
say it, my guy.
It runs supreme.
Yep.
Men don't change sexually, and women don't change in lifestyle. So whatever freaky nastiness this ex-girlfriend did to him, you got to carry the torch. Yeah. Either maintain it or go beyond it. And whatever lifestyle that this woman was put through with her ex-man of them going to the Maldives and going over here and going over there, you other men have to maintain it. Because if you do not maintain it, she's going to be miserable. And then she's going to go out there and find somebody else that's going to give it to her. And then you have problems.
And this is what's honorable about most men and a very small percentage of women. They'll walk away from these scenarios.
Yes.
I think Safari walked away from Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
He had every incentive to stay. She out here getting it. She getting all the memes and stuff like that. You're touring, you're living nice and stuff. You have every reason to chill. But nah. You say, I ain't happy. This ain't cool. This ain't fun. I'm out. And stuff like that. Most of them be like, well, my bills are paid.
I'd be here tomorrow.
I can drink all this, expensive wine I want and, drown in my sorrows and stuff like that. I go on all these nice trips and be sad and, I'll try to shop the pain away.
F around. You keep doing that. And eventually you might kill your spouse.
Yeah.
Or commit suicide.
Yeah.
You don't know.
It's real out here.
It's real out here. So just because the money's coming doesn't mean that everything's going to be happy.
No.
And, some people say, oh, that's no. All right, y'all. But hit that time.
Yep.
I am Walt. Give him your handle, bro.
I am _ WAL, 4 T's at the end. Noir Kaiser 45 for the Twitter. I don't use the Twitter that much because I'm trying to sell out. So I can't, let these...
Oh, you're buying a blue check soon.
Let these dudes out here...
No.
I'm not buying no blue check, bro.
No social media platform.
It's not going to happen, Jeff.
Shout out to guys like Ken Stars and other people like that don't have blue checks. And they're still doing the damage. And official IG bump.
Elon Musk, I don't care for your blue check, bro. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm not trying to, propel for your rocket. No way.
Nah, you can do that your own. You're a billionaire.
You're a billionaire. Get your own rocket.
Facts.
Because that's one thing these billionaires do. They don't want to spend their money. They want to spend your money.
Hey.
For real.
Yeah.
That's how they stay rich. Billionaires doesn't spend the money they earn. They spend the money they can borrow.
Hey.
So it's a fact.
Shit, I guarantee if these stocks started crashing, they'd be really thankful for life.
Oh, no, because know why?
Yeah.
They're not going to be thankful. You can do options trading. I can bet in the market going down, make money back.
That too.
And that's why, like, the stock market to some people, they're not with it. Because of the swings.
Yeah.
Hey.
The big whales when they swing the hammer on these option trading, stuff like that. Emperor Key, give me your handle, bro.
So we have Emperor Key, Emperor and then Key. And then
King Festivus.
King Festival.
Festival or Festivus?
Festival.
Okay.
Sorry, Feastable. Yes, Feastable, because I am not glad to. I've been working way too long and way too long nights to think about that account. But it will eventually have a update. Who knows when? Who knows how? But eventually I'll sit there one day and really sit there and make a video or something, put out there to show off my food again. Because I think it's time for me to go be outside again. Not
Grill Master Key?
Yeah.
Is that what we're trying to say? Grill Master Key for the summertime?
Oh yeah. But don't worry.
Spring, summer?
I've been
Can't
outside.
wait.
I've been outside during this winter, so I've been there's no hate towards a certain race, but I'll be like those Hispanics outside. Well, no
grilling all year?
Going in, man.
Hey man, white people do it too.
Exactly. It'll be ice brick and snow. I'm like, oh yeah.
The grill still works, man.
Yeah. Throw it outside. Woo woo.
Yeah.
Let's play on here. Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Said he said couldn't make it, so you can follow him on his social media page at City55 or City Rooney's POV. You can follow the podcast on the Record Pod on Instagram. You can follow me on all social media platforms at DJ Intense. That's DJINTENCE. This has been another lovely episode of On the Record Podcast. I'm gonna give you guys a surprise. For the final song of the episode. Hats off to Pangeaux. It's called Holdin' On. Well, not a surprise. You guys heard this before. And the following song after that, I want you, the listeners, to tell me what it is. You can Shazam if you want to. Let me know what you think of the record. Peace.
I've been only thinking about me and only me. It's been hard to find someone to build the chemistry. Since I feel love, it's been a long time. There's something telling me to hold tight. My intuition, it be so right, yeah. Try to tell myself it ain't that bad. Learning how to focus on myself more. Learn from my mistakes, that was the past. Try to play it safe, but they do it in my face like, ooh, if I got
finish your statement. Ask me how my day went, I don't need no replacement. I've been doing me and on the low I feel amazing. I'm even getting thicker, that's a different conversation. I ain't gon' lie, sometimes it's lonely. Sometimes I just want a real nigga to come and hold me. Sometimes I gotta lead like LeBron, sometimes I'm Kobe. Sometimes I ain't mentally there, but that's the old me, you know me. But tonight feels different. I ain't gotta listen to no broke trippin', I just rather be distant. Money, I just rather he listen. I don't care if he trickin'. Girl, you care if he trickin'. Point is, I need to know what Mo is. I'm tryna see if photos less vanity rose. Don't you play the Lord's kids. And I hate a messy who be all in my business.